This is a GoHamRadio.com exclusive.
Welcome. We are already starting the party here in the Go Ham Radio studio. We'd like to welcome you to another pop-up show here at Go Ham Radio. I'm your host for the evening, Miss Fancy Pants. We've got DJ Roscoe in the building. And on tonight's episode, we have got returning guests, G-Lou and Wreck-It Ralph of 2Birds1Stone. So we'd like to welcome them back to the studio. And we're going to get to know them a little bit more and how they have developed their craft, an end of the year recap of what they've done, what they've got coming up at the end of the year and into 2019. Plus, we're going to show you guys a short video that they have where they talk about hip-hop and how they want to bring hip-hop back to San Diego. But before we get all into that, DJ Roscoe will be spinning some exclusive tracks from G-Lou's solo album he's got coming up, as well as the album Ugly Stories, Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. There we go, a tongue twister. So that's their album that they've got coming up. Again, it's called Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children, right? Okay. So, 2Birds1Stone. I'm Miss Fancy Pants. This is a pop-up show here on Go Ham Radio where we bring in returning guests and we do follow-ups and find out what they've been doing, what they've got coming up. And like I said, we've got 2Birds1Stone in the building for tonight's episode. So we'd like to thank all of our viewers and listeners who are tuned in with us right now and who listen to Go Ham Radio every day, where you can hear all of the top local and major artists 24/7, including 2Birds1Stone. So DJ Roscoe, would you like to get this party started with a nice little 2Birds1Stone G-Lou kind of mix?
You are now listening to DJ Roscoe. Get 'em, boy.
Give thanks to those already clocked in, those who continue to share and like the page, tuning with us each and every week. We have an exclusive show today, very special one, a pop-up show on you guys. Yes, as you know, big artists in the building, G-Lou and Ralph representing, as you guys know. We have a lot of exclusive tracks coming at you today, so make sure stay tuned. You like the vibes, make sure say you like, share the page, and keep the vibes going. Give thanks, as you know. Amazing group in the building tonight, 2Birds1Stone. Stay tuned. We're going to start off with an acapella by G-Lou. Keep the vibes going.
I put all my eggs in this basket, it has to happen. These rappers can't match my passion. They busy focused on fashion. I'm proactive when I'm crafting. I'll never become a has-been, cause when you never had it, you make it everlasting. Never taking this for granted. Be grateful for your advantage, cause many don't see those chances. I came to this understanding back when I was bagging clothes, working, getting on my toes to build my studio, record my demo. Thought I was gonna blow, but little did I know the underdog stories are told just for show. Nobody gon' help you. Your music just isn't special. Another voice that won't get through. The industry will reject you. So it's time for me to let loose and produce the proof. Every time I hit the booth, no excuse to use, cause all I am is lose. So I will never lose. A child that was abused, the world will be amused. Look at me.
Look at me. If you believe that you can achieve, just look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at what I done. Look at what it took. Look at what it took.
My life is like a book with so many happily ever afters. The sadness, the laughter. Take a look at all the chapters. Caught up in the rapture of the things I can't recapture. I moved to greener pastures, but I had to have disasters. Touched so many lives, man, I feel like a pastor. But I never had to factor the fact that I'm a rapper. Sort of like an actor / newscaster. I'm born, cash your minds with the times a little faster. Man, this world is in despair. Do you even care? Half of us will shed a tear, the other half care about their career. I can see it crystal clear. All these bombs in the air, half the people disappear. Can somebody say a prayer? Cause I'm sick of living in fear. I got my head to the air every day that I pray, looking at the ionosphere. In my bubble full of trouble, trying to stay inside my sphere. It may be slow,
Up top respect, Ralph representing the building 2Birds1Stone.
Every everything that I see is a reflection of myself, or else I'm yearning to be free. Man, look at me, just look at me, look at me. Do you believe in everything that you see? You can keep all of this money, power, out the hours, champagne showers. Look at me, 'cause I don't want my soul devoured, standing taller than a tower. So when this life goes sour, I can rise above, looking down at all you cowards, screaming, look at me.
Look, look,
Look, look,
look, look,
look at what I done.
look.
Keep the vibes going on. You see live and direct 2Birds1Stone, the building round, representing J-Lo in the building. Alright.
Look, look at what it took. Look, look, look at what it took. Look, look, look at what it took. Look at what it took.
Look at what I done.
It's been 25 years in the making. It's time for celebration since I finally made it to that big equation about who's the greatest. I've been nominated. Look at how I dominated. Now I let y'all debate it. Rap game too complicated. Fans playing favorites. Everybody and their man's trying to make it. With all due respect, where do you plan to take it? Can't be higher than the bar that I'm raising. I surpass skyscraping. I'm on to penetrating. My thoughts are ricocheting. I drop and I crack the pavement. Won't stop until I break it and see all of their faces. They said I wouldn't make it. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm on and you wrong to the day that I'm gone. And I can't make a song and the world just goes on without me. Until then, I make everything about me. I smile and say it proudly, 'cause all they did was doubt me, trying to down me on my way up. So I stayed up nights, knowing that one day this music would change my life. So I rapped and I write, put it all on the mic. I'm building momentum, just follow the hype. Yes, you better believe it. Opportunities I seize it. I used to wish and dream it. Now I go out and achieve it. Perfected my craft in secret, and you know I have my reasons until they all see it. Look, look,
Look at me.
look, look,
Look at what I done.
look, look.
Stay tuned for next one. Next one coming out. The song entitled Classic.
Look, look, look at what it took. Look, look, look at what it took. Look, look, look.
Shout out one time to Route the Vibe with DJ Roscoe. The vibe is up in the building.
Look at what it took. Look at what it took. Look at what it took. Look at what it took.
Look at what it took. Look, look, look at what it took. Look at what it took. Have you ever met a gentleman? I learned from Andre Benjamin and Mr. Bentley. Part of myself, if you haven't met me, I be the G to the L-O-U. My mama named me Louie, my friends call me Lou. How do you do? Nice to meet you. It's an honor when I greet you. What a pleasure just to see you. When I
Keep the vibes going, like, shares, and everything. Pop-up show.
It's how I lead you, 'cause this is how I see you.
Oh, whoa.
Regardless of what you do, where you been or where you're from. Who you know,
Up top
what you
respect,
got,
up top
or what
as
you
you see
done.
J-Lo in the
In
building,
the end,
representing
our time will
2Birds1Stone.
run. Remember that we are one. Remember that we are one. Classy, 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 and we stay
Classic.
classy, 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 classy. We stay
Exclusive.
With my bougie
Yeah, man.
legs.
Everything you guys hearing tonight, exclusive. Exclusive from the chart. 2Birds1Stone. Oh, whoa.
San Diego to the Bay LA. Pop champagne and Cabernet, 'cause life is but a cabaret. Call me a cab, I'm on my way. Tell that plane to hold that gate. Comply with me, can fly away. 'Cause every day's a holiday and every day I celebrate. Sound off, 1, 2, sound off, 3 and 4. I emptied out my change bank and broke into my stash. Hashtag gotta have whirlpool with a bubble bath. Shave my face and trim my stash. VIP all access pass and live this life like it was my last and never let a moment pass. 'Cause you only
we
live
stay
once.
classy, 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 classy.
Big album, you know, exclusive album out. Beautiful story for all the children. Make sure you guys tune in for every media. From right now, listen out here, exclusive right now on Going Radio. Oh, whoa.
My mother taught me manners. In school they taught me grammar. I use these tools to hammer respect and etiquette into the heads of these
G-Lo.
generations. Can live and show these women that chivalry still exists. I open doors and pull out chairs. My jacket you can wear. I always be prepared. Protect you when you're scared. I show you that I care regardless of how you feel. I always keep it real. You know I got the bill, so chill. You know I got this. Put your purse down, I got my wallet. You know I got this. Put your purse down, I got my wallet. We stay classy, 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 classy. And we stay classy, 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 classy. And we stay classy.
I want to thank you all for listening. It's been a wonderful day.
Now we have a special coming at you. We have a solo song. A special song from G-Lu's solo album coming at you. You guys want to hear it anywhere else but right here and Go Ham Radio. So vibe out to this one right now.
2 birds and 1 stone. Work, 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 never take a day off. Got these big dreams and lot of bills I have to pay. God, even though I hate my job, I still rise and hit the clock. Hoping that one day I'll be able to do what I want. Work, 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 no days off. Work, 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 no days off. Work, work.
G-Lu, solo album, song title, No Days Off.
Ring, ring, my alarm sounding off. It's time for me to take a shower, get dressed, and head up to my job. Hoping that the day's easy. Please, no run-ins with my boss. Don't wanna deal with fakeness, that BS communication. Why ain't he on vacation? I know you're my workstation. Jackass with my waistband. Wishing I could say it, but I need this paycheck, so I stay behaving. I'm spending my life slaving with no appreciation. Trying to build my savings, but prices keep inflating. I've been living check to check, trying to make it stretch. Gotta break your neck to avoid some debt, so I'm filled with stress. But they say hard work pays off.
Do you believe in fairy tales? Fairy tales. Do you believe in fairy tales? Oh well.
Do you believe in the supreme being? Everything that happens has a hidden meaning. Every interaction is a chance to weave the fabric of life. Just roll the dice and see.
Keep the vibes, keep the lights
Think,
going.
just know
Good
it's right.
vibes in the
Every
building.
outcome was
2
meant
birds, 1
to be.
stone.
Now
Big
comes the
album out.
centerpiece. Y'all
Big
weren't
album out.
expecting me.
Big album
Well,
out.
I made it eventually. History will mention me, cause this is destiny. I'm crafting my legacy. My heart feels it heavily. I can't escape my passion when the universe is telling me to stick to your beliefs, and everything you dream will be reality. So I got my hustle on, then I met up with John, then we met up with Ralph. 2 birds is flying now, 1 stone can hold us down. Amazing how life turns around, feels like I'm living in a storybook. Wow.
Do you believe in fairy tales? Fairy tales. Do you believe in fairy tales? Oh well. Do you believe in fairy tales? Fairy tales.
Song right now entitled to Fairy Tales. Right now let's go to the next one. Boom box, boom box, boom box.
I remember having a dream of just making it big. I would walk around like I did, telling people lies and fibs the life of a kid. Could it be so different? But I'm all grown up, daydreaming. What's the difference? The past will keep you down while the future isn't written. If the present is a gift, then say talented and gifted. Take the bow off and just rip it and throw it in the trash. Cause everything profound is in love with the mask. They hate Bruce Wayne, but they love Batman. If the world is a diamond, then I'm next to Batman. When it comes to rapping, then it's a rap, man. Whether singing or acting,
Up, respect, 2 birds, 1 stone in the building.
so show some compassion when it comes to your actions and lift each other up instead of attacking. Cause we all have a tale to tell. Storybooks or fairy tales. Wishing well that I wish you well. Count your blessings, you don't fail. Do you believe in fairy tales? Fairy tales. Do you believe in fairy tales? The bass keeps bumping and booming up in my car. Trick don't heal my vibe like I'm Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, I'm trying to raise a bar every time I spit a bar. When I go to the bar, music sounds subpar. It's mediocre, and I'm tired of all these jokers playing poker with our culture, acting like a bunch of vultures. Take a look at all these vampires, when will they retire? Cause I'm tired of the entire industry balancing on a wire. Is it all just a joke like they wrote for Richard Pryor? Cause they all should be fired and tossed tossing a burning fire. They wanna take us higher, but they're preaching to the choir. And I got all my knights, all my steeds, all my squires.
One more time from the top, from the top, from the top. Boombox, 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 and done. 2Birds1Stone. Big album in the building. Beautiful, beautiful store for hungry children. Stay tuned, stay tuned.
The bass keeps bumping and booming up in my car. Trick don't hear my vibe like I'm Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, I'm trying to raise a bar every time I spit a bar. When I go to the bar, music sounds subpar. It's mediocre, and I'm tired of all these jokers playing poker with our culture, acting like a bunch of vultures. Take a look at all these vampires, when will they retire? Cause I'm tired of the entire industry balancing on a wire. Is it all just a joke like they wrote for Richard Pryor? Cause they all should be fired and tossed in a burning fire. They wanna take us higher, but they're preaching to the choir. And I got all my knights, all my steeds, all my squires. And here are some of the things that you hate, but I admire. Like people tell the truth in the booth and not these liars. You soldiers sold for riches while spitting through the wire. But guess what? What? Hand me a pair of pliers, cause my
boom box is booming, my boom box is booming, my boom box is booming, boom, boom, boom. My boom box is booming, my boom box is booming,
my boom box is booming, boom, boom, boom.
No, if vibe is so up tonight, even though give thanks. Up top respect. You know the thing go. Big album right now. We have here all the exclusive release tonight. So even man, stay tuned, stay tuned. Stay tuned. 2Birds1Stone. 2Birds1Stone. You know the album name? Beautiful stories for hungry children. Stay tuned. This one coming at you is Sweet Nothing.
Hey miss, how's it going? Nice to meet you. I can't help but stare every time that I see you. I feel that I need you, it's real. I got the fever, I be damn like a beaver. If you ain't one of the keepers, I just wanna be a boyfriend like Mr. Bieber. Slip a ring up on your finger, let the whole world see us. Can't think of nothing sweeter than you. If I'm the Kool-Aid, then you my sugar cubes. There's nothing I wouldn't do to see ya. Smile on you, I even act the fool. If you think it's cute, my shoestrings are loose. What a trip, how I fell for you. I always keep on telling you, I'll never be forgetting you. Put that on Cupid too. She says you're silly, Lou. I reply, ain't that the truth? Like ice cream, you got the scoop with the sprinkles too. That's how I think of you. My dreams are coming true. I go in for a hug. Instead, we start to smooth. Sweet nothings, sweet nothings, sweet nothings, sweet nothings. Put this flavor in your ear. 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 Sweet nothings, sweet nothings, sweet nothings, sweet nothings. Put this flavor in your ear. Put this flavor in your ear. Put this flavor in your ear. Put this flavor in your ear.
Think of all the things that you would whisper. Mister, my life is like a twister. So I had to twist her to keep her close just like a sister. So the mind would shine bright like light for transistors. Never wanted to commit to her, even try to admit to her. Even though she went berserk, I always knew that her was hurt. Every day I put in work, always try to put her first. Life is always full of jerk, but don't forget your self-worth. Every now and then we flirt, go inside the club and twerk. She hold my hand and try to dance and always claim I was her man. You know I'm not your lover, I'm more like your brother. Let's not disrespect each other, become undercover lovers and find each other undercovers. Is that something you don't want to hear? Well here, let me put this flavor in your ear.
Sweet nothings, sweet nothings, sweet nothings, sweet nothings. Put this flavor in your ear, put this flavor in your ear, put this flavor in your ear, put this flavor.
2Birds1Stone, Sweet Nothing.
Sweet nothings, sweet nothings.
Stay tuned for the next track.
Put this flavor
Next track entitled High School.
Put this flavor in your ear, put this flavor in your ear. Can I be sincere? Then listen, dear. You're so beautiful, you don't have to check a mirror. When she smiles in the ear, a sunshine appears. The skies are clear, your face be sheer. Let's toast to that. You can have my heart, no holding back. Cause I wear it on my sleeve with you. I feel serene, my life is like a dream. So where's your angel wings, queen? Your type I never seen, I think you're interesting. And we were meant to be, we meet through destiny. The perfect recipe, let's build our chemistry. And then eventually we'll have a legacy. They're jealous when they see us, cause nothing can match our sweetness. They're jealous when they see us, cause nothing can match our sweetness.
An exclusive coming at you from J. Lou's solo album entitled High School. keep the vibes and the likes. Share, it's coming.
Why am I trapped in this bubble? Take a look around, they hate or they love you. They try to bring you down, I ain't above you. Focus on myself, can't knock my hustle. It's like I never left, just like I never left. You're right, I never left high school. It's like I never left, just like I never left. You're right, I never left high school. Let's start by kicking facts. Got my diploma, no gown or cap. F a class ring, we ain't Super Bowl champs. Skip the ceremony, sorry to my uncles and aunts. I know you wanted pictures that I couldn't give ya. This is it for some of them, but my plans are bigger. I got my life figured out. You can take that path, but I dig a different route. I know be difficult, till my heart is critical. That I pursue what I love. You can do any job and make a few bucks, but in the end, does it really matter? When every day you're waking up sadder to a life that you wish you had. Gave it all away just for cash. Clocking in and you feeling trapped. Well, take a look around, welcome to your class. Why am I trapped in this bubble? Take a look around, they hate or they love you. They try to bring you down, I ain't above you. Focus on myself, can't knock my hustle. It's like I never left, just like I never left. You're right, I never left high school. It's like I never left, just like I never left. You're right, I never left high school. Congratulations on making it. Just pause and take a bit to breathe and take it in and see the resemblance. It's all conditioning. The halls are whispering, the stars are listening. The gossiping again. Water cooler break rooms, lunchtime carpools, dinner dates, gym meets, after hour bar stools. Always looking in your phone, information overload. Social media got your soul, but you claim you're in control. Nope. And it's obvious that you stay living for audience. Likes and comments dictate your mood. Always bragging when you're with your crew. Disconnected from the world just like in school. When the bell rings there's different rules, but most of y'all ain't never heard it. And stay the sheep that they're busy herding. Why am I trapped in this bubble? Take a look around, they hate or they love you. They try to bring you down, I ain't above you. Focus on myself, can't knock my hustle. It's like I never left, just like I never left. You're right, I never left high school. It's like I never left, just like I never left. You're right, I never left high school. I never left high school. You're right.
Big song exclusive from the solo album, G-Lu solo album featuring Ralph, high school level. Next one coming at you from the big exclusive album in the building that will be releasing very soon. Yeah, man, you don't know the thing, go. Beautiful stories for ugly children. One more coming at you entitled Range.
Everybody move like the roof's on fire, burn hot. Everybody move like the world's on fire, burn hot. It's a rage. Now everybody jump. It's like a rush into the stage. It's a rage. Now everybody jump like it's bulls on parade.
Running, trying to feel something. Got your blood pumping, crowd all jumping, bass all thumping. Put your hands in the air and wave them like you don't care.
To be one and one to be. Come on and clap your hands and stomp your feet. Come on and play my jam and hit the beat. When you hear us in the streets, we're the ones to be. To be one and one to be. Come on and clap your hands and stomp your feet. Come on and play my jam and hit the beat. When you hear us in the streets, we're the ones to be. Everybody move like the roof's on fire, burn hot. Everybody move like the world's on fire, burn hot. It's a rage. Now everybody jump. It's like a rush into the stage. It's a rage. Now everybody jump like it's bulls on parade. Uncaged, coming out of my cave. I wanna be free. We be nothing but slaves. I got your hands in the air like it was in a rave. Hey. 2 birds just paving the way, cause every day we don't play, but the world is a stage. Beautiful stories for ugly children, now turn the page. Minimum wage got me feeling enraged. It doesn't matter your age in this day and age. Rage, fight for your rights despite what might. Give it all you got, giving it all your might. Yeah, even in the dark, just reach for the light. Gotta fight for your life. You gotta know the difference between wrong and right. Tell the young world is gonna be alright. Cause when the world turns cold in its darkest night, we explode in a low but blow like dynamite and stay hot, 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 hot. Everybody move like the roof's on fire, burn hot, 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 hot. Everybody move like the world's on fire, burn hot. It's a rage. Now everybody jump like a rush into the stage. It's a rage. Now everybody run like it's fools on parade.
Ole, ole, get out of my way. With that BS, I detect, I eject these defects and reset the respect with lyrical reflex, a mythical reject. Just like the phoenix, rising from the ashes when the titans get the clash and call me Perseus. If you wanna get it cracking, I'm a man about the action like Tom Cruise. I paid dues and stay cruise and break through like Kool-Aid do. Yeah. It's time to rock and roll like blue suede shoes. I'm never stepped on, I'm headstrong and Teflon. You're dead wrong to bet on these non-factors. Just a matter of seconds before I break a rapper that's slacking. Subject matter, I'm slamming the hammer to shatter these actors, make them scatter. Once I raise my banner to standard and grammar, I'm a master of these stanzas. Use my words to empower and destroy their propaganda. Ha, ha, ha.
Everybody move like the roof's on fire, burn hot, 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 hot. Everybody move like the world's on fire, burn hot. It's a rage. Now everybody jump like a rush into the stage. It's a rage.
You, doesn't matter what you say, say. I will always love you, oh, you, till my dying day.
Look what you done for me, look what you gave me. I have to thank the lady for taking care of her babies. I love the way you raised me. At times I drove you crazy, but you're amazing. You always had the patience, catered to a young man in developing stages. You understand that I'm aiming for greatness. I ain't complaining, even though my childhood brought me pain. It also gave me the strength to escape. Take the pen and fill the page. I hit the stage to give me praise, cause they feel the words to say. Blessed to have another day to see a smile on your face. Vibing to what I create, I take the time and demonstrate how your words elevate me to motivate the game. Once they know my name, show them how I move with fame. One man can make a change, no matter how big the dream. As long as you have a team, it's easier than what it seems. Dream.
One more time from the top, one more time from the top. Even a man, big song from the solo album. Song entitled Mama's Love. Give thanks.
I will always love you, oh, you.
Keep the vibes like shirts coming.
Look what you done for me, look what you gave me. I have to thank the lady for taking care of her babies. I love the way you raised me. At times I drove you crazy, but you're amazing. You always had the patience, catered to a young man in developing stages. You understand that I'm aiming for greatness. I ain't complaining, even though my childhood brought me pain. It also gave me the strength to escape. Take the pen and fill the page. I hit the stage to give me praise, cause they feel the words to say. Blessed to have another day to see a smile on your face. Vibing to what I create, I take the time and demonstrate how your words elevate me to motivate the game. Once they know my name, show them how I move with fame. One man can make a change, no matter how big the dream. As long as you have a team, it's easier than what it seems. Dream.
Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what you say. I will always love you, till my dying day. You will never lose, mama's love. I will never lose, mama's love. You will never lose, mama's love. I will never lose, mama's love.
September 16, 1993.
Who would have thought that I would get to see another human being brought into this world?
Is it a boy or a girl? My mind would twist and twirl then.
My mama said, in this world you'll never be alone. Please name your brother so we can take him home. So
I thought about my favorite TV show, the Ninja Turtles, called on Michelangelo. Slow and steady he would grow.
My brother.
Go mama. Go mama. Go mama. If you're proud, mama, then clap your hands. Clap, 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 mama. Clap, 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 mama. Clap, 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 mama. If you're proud, mama, then clap your hands.
Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what you say. I will always love you, till my dying day. You will never lose, mama's love. I will never lose, mama's love. You will never lose, mama's love. I will never lose, mama's love. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what you say. I will always love you, till my dying day. You will never lose, mama's love. I will never lose, mama's love. You will never lose, mama's love. I will never lose, mama's love. Mama's love. Mama's love.
Throw your cups to the sky, sky, sky. Raise your cups up high, high, high. Throw your cups to the sky, sky, sky. Raise your cups up high, high, high. West side knows how to party ride. East side knows how to party ride. West side knows how to party ride. East side knows how to party ride. Bottle at the bottle until we hit the bottom. Till the DJ turn my jam up. Mr. Bartender, keep the shots coming. Cause tonight we gon' get turned. Till I'm lit up. Till I'm lit up. Till I'm lit up. Till I'm lit up. And liquor spills out of my red cup.
Soon as the rhythm hit them, got liquor in their system and they still sipping. Dance floor still tipping, got all the women dripping. Any smoother, I be swimming instead. I'm about my digits, grip bread, and shame the critics. They can't believe I did it, everything I envision. On my throne, I'm sitting microphones, I be ripping. I'm young and I'm gifted. I'm here to make a difference. Once the audience is twisted, then I get the business as I hit them with reality. Like Isaac Newton versus Johnny Appleseed is going down like gravity. Every time I grab a beat, I naturally defend the galaxy. Sleep and whack MCs when I showcase lyrical mastery. I'm a beast, I'm a monk, I'm a savage. Known to spit fire like a dragon. When I work my magic, just like David Blaine, taking shots to the face. It's the thrill of the chase, so bring another case.
Bottle at the bottle until we hit the bottom. Till the DJ turn my jam up. Mr. Bartender, keep the shots coming. Cause tonight we gon' get turned. Till I'm lit up. Till I'm lit up. Till I'm lit up. Till I'm lit up. And liquor spills out of my red cup.
It's a mystery what I'm sipping. Pour it in the cup and mix it every time. It's something different, but you know it's hitting like my songs though. Go all night like OJ's Bronco. Take control of the show. I master many flows like the game of death. I'm Bruce Lee. When I step, I bust these rhymes and break your neck. Leader of the new school, I come correct, no disrespect. But these other rappers ain't got next. They only wanna flex soon as they get their checks. But let me interject. Who does that impress? Not me. Rappers on the internet need hobbies. Instead of always shopping and bottle popping and strip club, watching them flossing hip hop. We got a problem. This is what we taught them, and there's no other option. Just wait. I know who can solve it. Sounds like a job for G-Lou. Labels empty your pockets.
Bottle at the bottle until we hit the bottom. Till the DJ turn my jam up. Mr. Bartender, keep the shots coming. Cause tonight we gon' get turned. Till I'm lit up. Till I'm lit up. Till I'm lit up. And liquor spills out of my red cup. Throw your cups up. Throw your cups to the sky, sky, sky. Raise your cups up. Raise your cups up.
Whoa. From J. Lou's solo album songwriter titled Red Cup. Even the one going back into right now, an exclusive song from the big album, Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. This song entitled Wake Up. Listen to this one coming at you.
And I said, wake up, this life is but a dream. Is it even what it seems? And I said, shake up, all these kings and queens. You can be anything that you believe. And I said, wake up, this life is but a dream. Is it even what it seems?
Sound like one time for sealing the building.
And I said, shake up, all these kings and queens. You can be anything that you believe. I know the universe is expanding, but I'm a man who's still standing. And I'm going orbit around the turf of the earth till the stars start crash landing. I'm going up, down, forward, reverse. It's me versus me with the verse, the curse and the gift and the gift and the curse. The first will be last and the last will be first. Can you sit your mind through space and time in this perfect paradigm? Can you find yourself like nobody else when your planets are aligned? When you open up your blinds and find that you're blind by sunshine, I know you're feeling the vibe. Come on, wake up, you're alive. And I said, wake up, this life is but a dream. Is it even what it seems? And I said, shake up, all these kings and queens. You can be anything that you believe. And I said, wake up, this life is but a dream. Is it even what it seems? And I said, shake up, kings and queens. You can be anything, anything that you believe.
Knock, knock.
Can you hear me walking through life? Got me feeling different as I look around. A bunch of zombies and I'm the misfit. Can't believe I'm witnessing society for your prescription. Distract them from the truth. Drug up, then embrace the ignorance. All for entertainment. Tell me where your brain went and how can we change it when our egos can't be caging? So I took a chance and used my stance to reprimand these evil plans. An honest man can show his hands. I crack a smile because I can.
Wake up, this life is but a dream. Is it even what it seems? And I said shake up, all these kings and queens. You can be anything, anything that you believe. And I said wake up, this life is but a dream. Is it even what it seems? And I said shake up, all these kings and queens. You can be anything, anything that you believe. Anything that you believe. Anything that you believe. Anything that you
Gone. Gone. Flow now, go now, I will not slow down. Just add water and see how I grow. Wow, chill. Gotta be stopped over here, my dear. I fear my peers can't handle my peer. My whole career I've been sincere. I spent these years in solitaire. My thoughts are clear, I drop my tears. Rain out, time to watch me sprout. Above the clouds, I ain't coming down. I found my place and I picked the crown. And you want me to give this up now? Y'all must be crazy. Ever since my mama made me, I knew that music would raise me. On top is where they place me. Gone.
I was just a little kid.
On the block, no Wahlberg, hanging tough, trying to find my words to define the life I'm living. As I fight my wisdom, cause I try to fit in.
With a cool kid, G-Lou, you look stupid.
Just be yourself and stop acting foolish.
But I didn't listen, I got the tension and I got suspended.
Was it worth it?
Man, you gotta fight with your mom.
Was it worth it?
Bro, you know right from wrong.
Was it worth it?
Man, look at your palms. Every time I turn around and your mind is gone.
Was it worth it?
You gotta act your age.
Was it worth it?
Time to turn the page.
Was it worth it?
Why, yes it is, cause everything I did made me grow my kids.
Gone.
Beautiful stories for hug the children. Second title, Cloud 9.
Gone.
I remember just reaching for the sky, I did. I would fold my hands and pray and shut my eyelids. No faith in the world, just my faith in God. You can bet I got even when I face the odds. Put my face in the lens, filming on my tripod, and my page to the pins writing on my iPod. I would wait for the end for my friends to applaud, but they all just paused and they looked at me odd. I go somewhere over the rainbow like the Wizard of Oz, but I jumped up on my magic carpet like Jafar. Till I reached for the moon and I touched the stars. Then I never had a car, but I went real far. What? Cause my mind on cloud 9, and my grind got a silver line. Till the day that I'm flat, but I'm still in my prime. I'ma stay fly and keep on flying high.
Gone.
Beautiful stories for hug the children, sung entitled Rock of Soul.
Eclectic, electric guitar picks with the mosh pits. We keep it ghetto like Auschwitz. Living in the sticks when I played the sticks, but I listened to the sticks in Nicky Six. I was so mixed like Biz Quick, but my motley crew handled Biz Quick. And it was sweet dreams like the rhythmics. I grabbed the mic and got rhythmic. Grabbed the records and mixed it. Grabbed the pens and made hits. So when they said quit, I got pissed and talked ish and then spit and threw a fit like I'm Tupac. And knocked you out of your tube socks and rushed stage like two cops. Man, you can't see me like 2 blocks. From ragtime to jazz time to the doo-wops to the bebops to the b-box to the hip-hop to the gangster rap. Do ragtime, it's my time to shine. 2B1, that's my tagline. Till the day that I flatline, I know I'm getting it in. Speaker box, I kick it in. Smash mics like guitars. Spit these bars like a superstar. Purple haze in my eyes. Light up the stage, watch it rise. It's rock and roll. It's all rock and roll. I can feel it in my soul. Can you feel it in your soul? It's rock and roll. It's all rock and roll. I can feel it in my soul. Can you feel it in your soul? It's rock and roll. It's all rock and roll. I can feel it in my soul. Can you feel it in your soul? It's rock and roll. It's all rock and roll.
I'm a rebel without a pause. You're a rebel without a cause. I revel in applause, cause I went and broke the box. They try to place me. I can't believe they prejudged. Don't even know who he was. All they see is these bucks. Blinded by the money, go dance, my little monkey. I can see that you're hungry, but won't teach you hunting. I'll feed you and make you need me. Powerful is how you see me. That's why I hold these keys to the gates and doors. Bend your knee on the moving forward. Speak too loud, we'll cut your cord. That's the music industry. They'll claim they invented me when you weren't there for all the tears. All these years of struggle just to get on. Email my songs to A&Rs with no response. Promoters wouldn't book me. Blogs overlook me. PR firms try to juke me. My dreams seemed impossible. Said my style wasn't profitable. Was often called illogical. Regardless of the stones they throw, they couldn't rock my soul. No, they couldn't rock my soul.
It's rock and roll. It's all rock and roll. I can feel it in my soul. Can you feel it in your soul? It's rock and roll. It's all rock and roll. I can feel it in my soul. Can you feel it in your soul? It's rock and roll. It's all rock and roll. I can feel it in my soul. Can you feel it in your soul? It's rock and roll. It's all rock and roll.
Entitled to rock of soul.
I can see now. I can see now. I can see now. I can see now. I can see.
From the solo album Awakening.
Welcome to the future, the bigger picture. I'm brighter tomorrow. More smoke, more vision. If you let your heart show, just let your heart go. If you let your heart show, just let your heart go.
G-Lou, here we go again. Tell me what side they would show my fans. Spend a lot of time behind the pen. So much on my mind, it's time to vent. I've been silent for too long, I'm feeling these new songs. I can't believe y'all just played that. Did he really just say that? Rap game filled with lame cats. I'm an outsider like Kevin Nash. New world order is coming fast. All that weak shit ain't gonna last. Survival of the fittest in my habitat. I'm a savage yet, used to fight for scraps. Till I took a chance to drop these acid raps. I'm too advanced for the average fan. I took a stand with a master plan.
One more time from the top. Song entitled The Awakening from G-Lou's solo album. Vibe out. One more song after this one, we're going to the interview. Yeah, man, stay tuned, keep the likes and the share going. Keep the likes and the shares going.
I can see now. I can see now. I can see.
Exclusive here first. Yeah, man.
I can see now. Welcome to the future, the bigger picture. I'm brighter tomorrow. More smoke, more vision. If you let your heart show, just let your heart go. If you let your heart show, just let your heart go.
G-Lou, here we go again. Tell me what side they would show my fans. Spend a lot of time behind the pen. So much on my mind, it's time to vent. I've been silent for too long, I'm feeling these new songs. I can't believe y'all just played that. Did he really just say that? Rap game filled with lame cats. I'm an outsider like Kevin Nash. New world order is coming fast. All that weak shit ain't gonna last. Survival of the fittest in my habitat. I'm a savage yet, used to fight for scraps. Till I took a chance to drop these acid raps. I'm too advanced for the average fan. I took a stand with a master plan. Building an empire with my hands designed for my mind. One rhyme at a time, perfect. Every line, respect all the grind. Accept all the shine, neglect all the crime. Cause I ain't got time for it. My dreams are too important to let anybody stand in the way of pursuing fortune.
I can see now. I can see now. I can see now. I can see now. Welcome to the future, the bigger picture. I'm brighter tomorrow. More smoke, more vision. If you let your heart show, just let your heart go. If you let your heart show, just let your heart go.
Thanks for staying tuned thus far. We have one more song coming at you from G. Lou's solo album. Yeah, man, keep the vibes going back into the interview after this song entitled Quality. Stay tuned, vibe out, Future Rap.
I can say the same thing just like the best of them. I can match lines with Jay-Z, Nas, and Eminem. I can write rhymes that'll be stuck inside your mind. I just need the time, I just need your time. View me as an equal, 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 view me as an equal. Wanna be seen, wanna be heard, wanna get respect that I deserve. Wanna be seen, wanna be heard, wanna get respect that I deserve. Wanna be a legend in the making, the thrones for the taking, my bones for the aching. Years I've been waiting, plotting on my placement, time for me to take it. To establish a new reign of rappers like Bruce Wayne as Batman. I calculate every factor. It's a disaster to challenge a master whose rhyme styles are adaptable. Lyrically, I'm an animal. Literally, I'm a cannibal. MC radical. That'll crack your skull like Hannibal and feed it to you with thought with dish. You got your wish. Doesn't matter what the topic is. The top your list. But the artists ain't got the hits. They talking it, but they'll never get to walk like this. View me as an equal. View me as an equal. View me as an equal. Wanna be seen, wanna be heard, wanna get respect that I deserve. Wanna be seen, wanna be heard, wanna get respect that I deserve. Wanna be at the top of my division, regardless of my position, I earn it with precision, so striking with precision as I hit them with syllable lyricism. You hear it and feel the difference, my spirit can't be mimicked. I'm raging all the critics, erasing all the sentence in the street. I split it cause the way my style switches, got these rappers digging ditches. I'm beyond their wild wishes, now they asking for permission. Cause I'm burning all the bridges to the island of my riches, cause they said I was a misfit and I was in competition. Through this all my expedition, now they question their existence. I'm not living by the limits, it was written that I'm different. And I'm winning cause I'm driven, breaking ribbons at a distance, ripping competition. And y'all get to witness. I can say the same thing just like the best of them. I can match lines with Jay-Z, Nas, and Eminem. I can write rhymes that'll be stuck inside your mind. I just need the time, I just need your time. View me as an equal, view me as an equal, view me as an equal. Wanna be seen, wanna be heard, wanna get respect that I deserve. Wanna be seen, wanna be heard, wanna get respect that I deserve. Wanna be.
Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Give thanks to all those who have been vibing with us. You've been hearing exclusive releases from a beautiful album, beautiful stories for ugly children. Shout out to 2Birds1Stone in the building. About to start the interview tonight. Now the album is out. Make sure you guys find it on every single media you have there. Every single media. Stay tuned. Interview tonight and they will let you know if the album is out yet. I'm sorry. They'll let you know where you can get it, when you can get it. Stay tuned. We're going to the interview tonight. Thanks for vibing. DJ Rascal representing Go Ham Radio.
If you were blind, how would you know what hip hop is? By what we said. Now, if you were deaf, how would you know what hip hop is? By how we dress. So what are we doing today? I'm here to re-establish that and connect that bridge to a lot of people.
I think San Diego hip-hop scene is very untapped and it's ready to explode, it's ready to blow, and I think me and Lou are right on time.
San Diego hip-hop to me, you know, you've had people who've made noise. You know, you had J.O. Felony, you had Mitchie Slick, Little Rob, Rob Stone. And they've made their moves, and you know, Nick Cannon's producing movies, but I'm trying to go beyond that and bring the shine back so everybody can eat.
One of our visions is to bring together that vibe, the hip hop scene, the talent of the city together, and not to make it as so much of a competition, but more of, you know, we all share a love for this music, so let's all work together to make it bigger, make San Diego a hot spot.
I met G. Lou bartending. I was bartending and he used to come in. He would just start talking about hip hop. This dude would constantly want to freestyle around me to the point where I would stop doing what I was doing. I would stop working and just start engaging him in freestyle. So 2Birds1Stone, the short version of it is 2B1.
When I say 2B, you say 1. When I say 2B, you say 1. When I say 2B, you say 1. 2B1, 2B1, 2B1.
Me and Lou on our first album right here, okay, Out of the Ordinary, the first 4 days that we put this shit out, we had over 300,000 plays worldwide. People must have grabbed the music, heard it, thought it was fired, and shared that shit with their homies. Like, it must have got passed around like boom, boom, boom.
That really did bring in a lot of followers.
7,000 streams later, he said, fuck it, I'm gonna put the Out of the Ordinary album up there. In 4 days, we got over 300,000 plays, including some of his singles with our stuff, which is insane.
I had labels interested in me. Me and Ralph were gonna go on a tour. We had so many things like planned out. And then next thing you know, boom, tragedy struck.
When I heard about his back and how he was laying on the floor cold and his brother came and got him, and he literally, and I got to get graphic with it, he pissed himself.
You know, I ended up peeing on myself because like I'm trying to stand up, I'm trying to go to the bathroom, I'm trying to get there, and I couldn't stand. Like it was fucking, it was to wake up and feel so helpless. You know, and then next thing you know, my brother, I'm over here struggling, trying to stand, trying to walk. Like, it's not happening.
And then come to find out, he didn't just break his spine, he shattered pretty much his spine.
Them doing the x-rays and the CAT scans and finding out that like, yo, I'm paralyzed.
And they had to do a 13-hour surgery reconstructing his spine.
So for 22 hours, I'm locked inside a room. For 4 months, physically locked inside my room. Mentally, I'm not. Mentally, I'm free. I'm writing rhymes. I'm over here planning out ideas, writing scripts, doing everything creative to keep me sane. But deep inside, I'm hurt. You know, but then week after week, I kept telling myself I'm gonna walk out of here. So then I went from being bedridden to being in the wheelchair. From the wheelchair, I went to having a walker. From the walker, I went to a cane. And then from the cane, I went to walking like nothing happened. I fully recovered.
From what I heard him talking about, I knew there was something special about this person because after I'd seen the pictures and some of the videos of what Lou had gone through with his accident, it just really makes you think about how much you appreciate life because it may be gone tomorrow.
And as soon as I got out, I worked 4 times as hard to achieve the things I achieved and regain everything I lost.
He asked me if I could be his manager, and I'd been hinting at it too a couple times, so I was like, yes, of course.
And we start really strategically planning. The album's finished up, we filmed 2 music videos, we're doing shows now.
So Lou texts me out of nowhere saying, yo, you want to go to Scott Storch's house? And I'm like, Scott who? I couldn't even believe it because that's just a living legend.
The Scott Storch experience, amazing, amazing individual, very knowledgeable. I learned so much from him when I was there. And you know, one of the lines that will forever stick with me was, you can't put your whole life into one song. That's what albums are for. That message will always stick with me. And the fact that he had to remind me that you can't put everything into one song.
He wrote down some goals when he was 13 years old and was like, I want to do these songs with Scott Storch.
Lou was trying to tell him how he wanted the song to sound. You know, he was just humming it.
He lifted up his hand, this I won't forget, and just started playing.
You know what I'm saying? I've never seen producers do that. That's amazing to me. And then we did another one, and another one. And now we have an amazing catalog of Scott Storch and G. Lou records.
And right there, I knew we're about to blow the fuck up.
with our group, obviously we have the music, but we have film. We want to do a Netflix series. We want to do documentaries. We want to create nonprofits. We want to help all those kids who are watching us.
Me and Lou, we're more than just hip hop. We have a lot of tech stuff that we are very much interested in, especially in the VR and AR and MR world, mixed reality, augmented, the whole nine. And we've got so many ideas. This goes way beyond music.
The plan for the future is to partner up with a like-minded label who has the same vision and shares the same, you know what I'm saying, enthusiasm, passion, and dedication that we have to the music, and build from there. Because what we're doing and what we're giving is worth the investment. I don't have it easy, but I'm willing to work hard for it every single day. Put in the effort, put in the dedication, put in the passion, and showcase that you can come from that environment and make something of yourself. The world needs to see that.
Work, no days off. I take no days off. I take no days off.
We are back. I'm Miss Fancy Pants. It is a pop-up show. All right. Are you guys situated over there?
Yeah, I'm trying to make we about to go live too.
Yeah, we're live right now. Tell all your friends, your family. Come on, we with it. All right, I'm Miss Fancy Pants, and we are here with 2Birds1Stone. We've got G. Lou here in the back corner, and then we've got Wreck-It Ralph over here on the other side. And of course, like I said, I'm Miss Fancy Pants. So welcome back to the studio, gentlemen. Welcome back. So I see new do.
Yeah.
New do, new you?
Yeah.
Who this?
The dreads are gone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you believe in like Buddhist, you know what I'm saying, Buddhist beliefs and everything like that, like in the Shaolin monks, they would shave their heads off as new vows. So like, the dreads are gone, and I made new vows to myself to better my life. Like, why start with a New Year's resolution at New Year's when you could begin it at the end of the year going into New Year's? So.
All right,
Yeah.
the progressive. Now let me ask you, let's backtrack. When you got your dreads, what was the purpose of you getting the dreads?
To showcase discipline, like to see something grow on you every day. You know what I'm saying? I've had dreads for 4 years, so like, you know, to get rid of them, it's like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying? So it's like to showcase discipline, showcase dedication to one thing physically on your body. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time I was growing my hair out. At the same time, I was in the gym losing weight. You know what I'm saying? And then the accident and everything like that, and then obviously I gained everything back. Like, so it's like, hey, yeah, I just gotta put the work in. You know what I mean? But that's like the dedication to myself. So as I'm growing my hair out again, you know, it's hair. I could re-dread it if I want to, because, you know, it naturally forms. It was natural locks, but then I went to a stylist to just put more of a stylistic approach on it. You know what I'm saying?
And you're Guamanian, right?
I'm Guamanian and Puerto Rican.
So you have ethnic textured hair, right?
Exactly.
So
Very curly and everything.
it's already curly right now.
Yeah.
It seems like, you know, if you don't wash it or brush it, it's going to start dreading right back up.
Yeah, nap, yeah. So it's like when I was in the hospital and like, you know, they would have to give you like, you know, I call them whale baths and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was nappy because I couldn't really get, you know what I'm saying? So they had natural locks in it. So, you know, like, again, my stylist, who's an amazing stylist, by the way, shout out to Jamie, she went in.
Dreads by Jamie?
Yeah, that's my stylist. She did my hair. She gonna be mad that it's gone now, though, because, like, we were growing it for a long time, but, you know.
How long has she been doing your hair?
She started them.
Oh, so it's been 4 years, you said?
Yeah, well, yeah. 3 going on. Yeah, so yeah, I had them for a minute.
How often would you go see her? Or how often would you maintain them?
Yeah, like every 3-4 months, like space it out. And then obviously, like
get some growth in there.
Yeah, obviously the 4 months that I wasn't there. So yeah.
All right, well,
and I shave my head to renew myself every 3 days.
I was gonna say, because you've had your hairstyle for a while.
Yeah. You know, I get a little peace, a little quiet, hot water. That's how I do it. I renew myself.
Do you cut yourself anymore?
Just to teach myself a lesson.
Really? Just to know I can feel.
No, not at all.
You don't anymore?
No, well, every now and then.
Yeah.
If I'm in a rush, there's a couple times I'm like, you know.
You just start bleeding down your head.
You know,
that's how you know he just keeps a fresh razor, because it still cuts. You know what I'm saying? It's not due. It's not due. It's not due.
Right? Slick it up with some oil, rub it for good luck.
I know, right? Yes.
Nice butterball turkey right there over the head.
Steal your razors and make voodoo dolls and shit, bro.
Man, I did voodoo dolls one time for Valentine's Day.
I know, right? Oh, you made voodoo dolls for real? Like,
it was one Valentine's Day. I lived in a house. I lived in a condo with some other roommates. No, it was.
Careful, Roscoe.
Hey, right. I still have it. It's around here somewhere. So what it was? It was Voodoo V-Day. It was a party I had at my house. So it was like a heartbreak hotel. So all of my friends that were single. Come on over. We're gonna have like a heartbreak hotel little potluck type thing, and it was a Voodoo V-Day. So we all made voodoo dolls, and we made them. You could create them based off of whatever, like certain colored sticks and feathers to bring luck or to get evil out of your life that has been. They're just different voodoo dolls that you can create and write things. And so I just thought it was something fun for us to do because we didn't have anybody to, go on a date and enjoy the love holiday. So we had a voodoo.
It's the concept of energy transference. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're taking out the negative energy, the negative whatever you're feeling, and you're putting it into an object. And, you're like, okay,
and then putting it out there.
And sometimes it works that way. It's like, sometimes if you put focus into this energy, you put that into the universe, and then it reflects. You're like, oh dang, did I stabbing a voodoo doll? Does it really work? You know what I'm saying? It's like coincidentally, if there's a pattern or whatever like that, you stab somebody in the leg, right? And it's like next you know, the dude driving, he has a flat tire. It's like coincidence or magic? You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Don't do it. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it also depends on it depends on your belief though too. It's like this: the fact that we're educated, the fact that we have the internet and all these things, that so when things happen, you can be like, is it this or this? Because back in the day, everything was magic. Everything was magical. You know what I'm saying? Everything was like, oh, these are aliens from space, this, that, and so on and so forth. These are cave paintings, and so people didn't have a good, how you say, exposure to what things are. So now with science and you know what I'm saying, as more information is everybody, oh well, this is a reflection of that, this, so on and so forth. There's no really city in the water. It's just from the cloud. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you pretty. On Facebook, like you saw that, so it's like the article I'm talking about where people are like, there's a city in the water. It's like, no, it's literally the reflection from over here. So just science defines things more nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as we start to, don't want to get on a religious topic, but it's kind of where religion came from. Is the powers that be at the moment created these stories to be able to explain certain things to people. Who were uneducated, who didn't have a greater concept of the world, so they had to dumb it down in essence.
I know, exactly. It's like,
and teach stories in order to teach lessons.
It's like if you removed yourself from being human, right, and viewed it from a extraterrestrial, you know what I'm saying, viewpoint, it's like, how do you tell a story to inspire people? You know what I'm saying? How do you we would be considered ants to them. Like, if you could telepathically communicate and you had all these advanced technology, how do you be like, okay, cool, so man from stars came down and gave you this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to tell stories to be like, we're like children still. You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, this is in theory of there being an advanced, you know what I'm saying, civilization out there who would look at us like ants. It's like, how would you tell an insect or a dog a story? Do you break down all the complexities behind it, or you be like, well, Santa Claus?
You have to break it down into a capacity that they can understand.
Exactly.
But it's the same as raising children. When they say, okay, well, how do you explain the birds and the bees? Well, that's it. You explain it in the birds and the bees in a concept that they can understand. And as they get older, then you start using words like penis, vagina, and, things like that. You're not going to say that to a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old. When they ask these questions, but let's move on to 2 Birds, 1 Stone. Let's move on.
That's the 1 stone part of this conversation.
The 1 stone, right?
Now it's the 2 birds flying. All right, cool.
And they didn't even smoke, folks. Didn't even smoke. Now, 2 Birds, 1 Stone. I see you're wearing your GLU, your Under Siege Music Group. Are you still managed by Under Siege Music Group?
I mean, Under Siege Music Group is my company. It's just it's your company. Yeah, it's all of ours. But just to clarify, due to professional differences, it is now just me and Ralph. So there's no more Under Siege collective anymore. It's just me and Ralph. I mean, I still maintain cordial relationships with everybody in there, but everybody went off and did their own thing. So it's like, it's cool, you know?
So maybe I'm kind of confused on how it started. I thought it was Lauren's company, and she had you two and Guava and...
No, it was mine. So I was putting together this collective. And
so you worked with them. You worked with Anguava
it started with me.
Oh, okay.
And me and Boss Lee Lauren. Shout out to Boss Lee Lauren.
Okay.
So it started with me and Lauren, and from there, you know, we went recruiting. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Ralph was always my rap partner. So
Gotcha.
Like,
so you were already part of the... gotcha.
Hey,
all right.
Exactly. The best phone plans, right?
Hey.
But no.
Hey,
no, like shit, you see the...
I get the unlimited.
Oh,
Shout out.
Goodness, yeah. These phone plans nowadays, oh my goodness, they're... But no, so anyways, back to the story. So I went about, and again, so we were talking about this off, you know what I'm saying, off air, but now that we're on, it's like I was trying to unite the city through a collective.
Gotcha.
I was trying to recruit dope artists from different sounding artists. Like, you know what I'm saying, if me and Ralph had the Backpackers Conscious and radio format, we needed an underground rapper, we needed a mumble rapper, we needed different things,
dynamics of your
just
group.
to come together.
Pull it all together.
Gotcha.
And here's what's crazy. It's like this. Because the main goal was always to go to the major label. So if you come through with a collective that could satisfy an entire label, you're going to get money. You're going to get the bigger paycheck because now you've done half the work for them. Because you stacked up, you leverage. You're like, okay, cool. I have producers, I have a team, I have videographers, I have graphic designers. I literally have all these things. You see what I'm saying? They would have to do nothing except write the check.
Do you have everybody who's representative Under Siege Music Group in contract?
So again, like, we got to that point, but there was some wording and languages and everything like that, so we just voided everybody. And then, you know, again, the universe has a way of showing people's true colors. Certain people, they crumbled under pressure. Certain people, they were just there because they wanted the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but they weren't willing to travel. You see what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
They're like, oh, you're connected. You have this person. You know this person. You're not. And it's like little by little, they're like, all right, cool. So when is it? When you keep asking questions about when you're gonna get the pot of gold, as opposed to enjoying the journey, that's already a big red flag.
Lots of trials and errors.
No, and it happens.
Falling on our face and a lot of picking it up. But it was the idea.
No. And I'm just gonna clear this on the air.
Yeah.
I have no beef, no drama with anybody. I respect and love everybody. I'm a fan of everybody who I've ever worked with, who I brought to my house, inside my home studio and everything like that. So there is no qualms, nothing like that. There's nothing that I have against anybody. Again, I understand it. Everybody has different, you know what I'm saying, different goals, different personality types, different things that they want to do. So, you know, again, I wish everybody the best success. And moving forward, it's like, it's me. You know what I'm saying? It's me and it's Ralph. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So,
how long have you been pushing Under Siege Music Group?
Literally, it started this year. So, you know.
So just the beginning of this year?
Yeah, the beginning of this year. Like, because I met Lauren last year in November.
Okay.
And then...
a year ago.
Yeah. So, officially, we wanted to put together this collective. And we got all the paperwork and all this. You know what I'm saying? We're super excited because it's like, yo, like, you know, there's this energy. There's still this energy. Like there's a void. You know what I'm saying? There's a void in music, and there's a void in hip-hop, per se, that, again, we're from an untapped market, San Diego. Like, I mean, again, I don't want to repeat myself from the EPK, but it's like, yeah, you have your acts, but who is really at that level, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's really, like when I think of an artist who really has success, you have to be on par with Drake. You have to be on par with Jay-Z, a Nas, and Eminem. Like, name somebody from San Diego who's on par with any of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not a shot at all the SD artists. Like, shout out, yo, do it. You know what I'm saying? But think bigger. The world is bigger than the hood. It is bigger than your block. It is bigger than, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm, no names, but I know an artist right now who's been doing the circuit, the local circuit, for 4 years, and I have done more in a short amount of months, networking wise, than he has for 4 years doing all the venues down here. You see what I'm saying? And you know, because I've done the open mics, I've done a lot of them. So it's like this: there was no growth in his career,
right?
But yeah, he's active. He's out here Cool, but that don't mean shit.
Where's the growth?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess each artist has to see how far they want to go, because
Exactly.
some
And
people
that's-
just
that's
want to
no
be
diss.
hood rich.
And that's no
and
diss.
to me, and that's
and
what,
again, that's what it is. Like,
that's what happened
yeah.
with Under Siege Music Group.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this because God bless them all. Like they're
Yeah.
all doing their own thing.
Mhm.
And they're
Of
killing
course.
it, right? All super talented. But it's a bunch of trials and errors, and it's a bunch of, like I said, fall on your face, getting back up. And what we did learn is, iron sharpens iron. So it's like anybody who's got to be with us, who's going to be in Under Siege in the future,
There's a certain
has got to be
standard.
at our
A certain
caliber
standard.
and a certain standard.
Yeah.
And only we can judge that. And it
Right.
isn't because we're saying, oh, you're less than us, or you're
Mhm.
less talented than us. Or, forget that. We're just not on the same
wavelength. Yeah,
That's all that is.
Everybody's different.
Everybody's different. So we're just looking for people who are more hive-minded like ourselves that want to see the grandiose, bigger picture, and not everybody is on that tip. Everybody has their own way of getting to the bag or getting to where they got to go, or pushing the culture and supporting hip hop. And other people have their own way of doing
and
it.
again,
And
there's a lane
it's
for
a lesson
yeah.
that
There's a
we
lane
learn.
for
It's a
it
lesson
all.
we learn.
There's a lane for it all. It's
That's
like
it.
some of us, like I'm a traditionalist in a sense where like you have to have bars, you have to have meaning to what you're saying. But then at the same time, I can also accept some of the lesser material where I'm like, yo, that's cool in the club. It's cool. It's good. It has a good beat.
It has a purpose.
Yeah. So it's like, but if we're talking like, and again, look at history, look at the biggest selling songs and everything like that. Substance. It follows traditionalism. You know what I'm saying? Drake, good lyricist, amazing songwriter. He has lyrics, bars, and substance. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? M, Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, like Point. All these people have substance. So lyrics have always sold. It's just those flash in the pan, one hit wonders. Yo, I'm gonna take the street. They come ever so often. Like you have one or a few every year, but now with the internet and social media, you're seeing them like weekly. You're seeing them. It's like
because they're easy to create.
Exactly. They're easy to manufacture, easy to create, easy to.
Manufactured is really what you said. They're manufactured.
And again, no diss to any of these artists, but there's a reason why Kendrick Lamar releases an album every 2 years. Because he's putting together quality material. There's another reason why some of these artists who are buzzing, these mumble rappers, they have to release 4 or 5 projects in a year just to maintain any type of visibility and get the streams up. So it showcases that their quantity is meant to they can't deliver quality. Because if you're that good at what you're doing, you can release 1 project a year. You see what I'm saying? But you have to release 20, 40, whatever, as many songs as you possibly can because people don't really have interest in you. You don't have a real fan base. You're just a trend. And that's the biggest issue that we have.
Riding waves.
Yeah, no. And that's the biggest issue we have in hip-hop because people say, oh, man. For example, like how many people have used the word drip recently? Oh, drip. That's drippy, man. Drip, drip, drip. This, that, and so on and so forth. Who started it, right? And then why is 20, 40, 50 artists making songs drippy, right? And, yeah, no, exactly. But then it's like this. So then it's like this. In a art form where originality was once champion, now being a copycat is the new norm. Like back in the day, you used to get laughed at like, man, you trying to sound like so-and-so? Like, yo, do you whack? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, oh shit, he sounds just like Future. He sounds just like this person. He sounds just, and we're like, yeah, that's turn up. And it's like, bro, like, you're making the art form suffer because of that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm a traditionalist. I'm like, yo, as long as you got substance stories and you bring lyrics, stuff that stimulates the mind and make you think, I'm 100% behind you. You know what I'm saying? I also have a bias towards age, though. Because, like, for me, unless you really went through some life shit, no one younger than me is going to be able to teach me some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not me being like, yo, you know, like he whack or whatever like that. But it's like some people, for example, like a lot of these artists who get signed young and they get money, what life experience do they really have now? You see what I'm saying? Like, what can you teach me? Like, I'm listening to music. I'm like, all right, cool. Now you're just going to rap about the same shit. Guns, drugs, this, that, and so on and so forth. I mean, you see it happen all the time because they get burnt out super young because they have nothing else to rap about because they got signed young. You see what I'm saying? They have no other life experience. They don't know what it's like to work a job. And you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have other emotions or other things to inspire what they write. They just write the generic club song, right?
The drugs are inspiring him now.
No, exactly. So it's like you run out of substance because you haven't have enough life to live. So that's why if you look at history though, right? A lot of artists got on when they were older. You know what I'm saying? The 2 Chainz, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
longevity.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? M, like you know what I'm saying? The more mature you are at the approach, the more substance you have. The less the immaturity, you can either grow with it and amazing, right?
And there's those diamonds in the rough.
No, of course.
You know,
like Nas, Rakim, all these
Yeah.
19, LL Cool J, like 19, like they dropping classics, right? How many of those kids nowadays can you compete with a 19-year-old Nas? Where's the 19-year-old Nas at right now? You know what I'm saying? Where's the 19-year-old LL Cool J? Where's, you know what I'm saying? Where's the Rakim? Like, out of the batch of rappers that are on these XXL covers and getting all this media attention, where are the ones who you know will be here for 10 years?
The internet has caused an influx of sensationalism.
Exactly.
And people exacerbate their personifications because they're being displayed all day, every day,
Exactly.
versus working on the foundation. You know, if
Exactly.
if I'm an artist, back in the day, they're working on their craft. They're not worried about how many likes, how many follows, how many shares they get. Their success is not based upon that. Now you have those young rappers like the Tekashis who have to put out a new single every single week. It's got to get number 1 because they don't have longevity.
Exactly.
Because they're moving too fast, doing too much,
They
and
don't have
not
life experience. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? They don't have, it's like this. If you keep, I call it oversaturation and overexposure. It's like this. You don't see Kendrick Cole and all you don't see a lot of them on social media like that because they're living life, going through some stuff, writing it down, and then giving it to you. So therefore, you appreciate it when they give it to you, as opposed to something that's always there every week. It's like, okay, you know, Tekashi just turning up over here, or this person's turning up every week. So it's like I just catch everything at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying?
So I always tell people, you know, I go, it's so funny because the internet and everything is filled with so much knowledge. How high is Mount Everest? How deep is the Mariana Trench? It's filled with so much knowledge all across the board. These kids are stacking knowledge, but nobody's got wisdom. And that's the problem. Nobody's got life experiences. They've never been through, they've never climbed that Mount Everest and wrote about it. They never went down that deepest sea and found out about it. That's the problem. There's plenty of knowledge running around it, but there's not enough wisdom to make people to see it through.
It's like the great.
And that's the problem.
Like the
Everybody's on top of it. Everybody knows everything.
The great debate between degrees and experience. You know what I'm saying? Some people can get jobs based off of how good the resume looks, right? Other people get jobs based off of how long they've been doing something. One is a theory of application. The other one has been proven. You see what I'm saying? So
it depends on the job.
Oh no, of course.
And I think oftentimes people try to put it into, you know, one umbrella. Like, okay, you've got to do one way. You've got to go to school. You've got to get a degree in order to get this good job. But maybe that's just to be a lawyer, to be a chemist, or to be an engineer because you need
that,
the theory,
you need
that practicum, you need for teachers, you need that.
Like, yo, you can do this. Like, I trust you with my life. I trust you with architects and stuff. I trust you designing this so you're in charge of other people's lives, right?
But to be like a painter, once you understand the theory of painting and colors, now it's just a matter of practice. Okay, so now I'm going to go to a class for shadows, or you know, you start to get specifics. But now you can go to YouTube and you can go on
University.
YouTube University, basically.
I
And a lot of people have done that. They've gone to community colleges and they've learned how to play instruments, you know, just the basics, and then they go home and self-teach themselves.
Exactly. It's like,
in our economy, that's the most economical education we have that's available.
I have learned more doing self-studies and self-teaching than school can ever teach me. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to show that's not just the educational system's failure as a whole, right? Because, you know what I'm saying, they should be teaching, like, they're when you think about it, right? Why is it that a fifth grader in California doesn't have the same education as a fifth grader in Alabama? Doesn't have the same education as a fifth grader in New York? They all are being taught different things. So
our education systems are archaic.
No, exactly. No. So it's like this. It's like you know, there's a reason why people say like, oh, people from the South are slow, or this person over here is that. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of the education systems and the schools. Like it's so we need so much reform in this society that we live in that it's horrible because the people at the bottom have the answers, but the people at the top make the rules. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you know, if you want to know how, exactly. It's like if you want to know how bad your company is, start with the person in the mailroom. You know what I'm saying? But how many CEOs and how many owners actually want to care? They're like, oh, I delegate that to this person, that person, that person.
They came out with that reality show.
Yeah,
right?
like a boss, but that again, so some people who be like, oh, this is reality. It's like, no, it was pretty much they're using those companies for promotion and advertising dollars. That's it. Like these businesses paid for spaces. Like, hey, we're gonna do this. It's like every show followed the same format. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you work in these companies, there's no way that you're not gonna. Why is there a camera here? Do we really shoot? No, it's like, come on now, dude.
You're not gonna want a camera to completely expose the faults in your company.
Exactly. So it's like they always had these light little like
lighthearted shows, episodes.
Yeah, so it's like nothing serious. You see what I'm saying? But it's like how many people will actually remove themselves from a position and actually go do that? Not a, you know what I'm saying? Damn near out of 10, maybe one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like 1 out of 10 will probably do it. That's if they really care. But again, they're so far removed from it. Yeah.
You said you had created Under Siege Music Group as an entity that labels that when a label is searching for new recruits, they will see Under Siege Music Group as a collective with as a one-stop shop per se.
Exactly. And see, and that is the concept that people need to build businesses off of. It's like instead of nickel and diamond, instead of dividing, let's unite and get more money. You know what I'm saying? Together. Let's unite and change things. Let's unite and how you say teach. It's like this. If you can have access to our group chat, right? It was filled with constant updates of new articles, new publishing. Like it was a hub for knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Publishing, songwriting, you know, beats, this, that, marketing, like everything was in there. It's about an encyclopedia of knowledge, and I'm dropping knowledge. So it's like this. Imagine, and this is for free. I am literally giving these people things for free. It's like this. Like I had a conversation with a young man inside the collective at one point, and he was like, "Oh man, this is just what we do." And I was like, all right, cool. Like, you don't want to research? You don't want to read? He's like, nah, man, I just wake up and this is my life. I'm like, bruh, like, homie, there is money in what I'm sending you, and you're wondering why certain things are not working out or panning out a certain way. And I'm giving you the knowledge, but you're like, nah, man, I just logged on social media. And I'm like, these rappers are flashing cash and jewelry and stuff like that to keep you dumb. The real ones, they you know what I'm saying? They say the game is to be sold, not sold. But that's a lie because the game is everywhere. You just got to be smart enough to listen. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, so the fact that Homeboy literally handicapped himself by not reading these articles, I was like, damn, dude, like, you don't value this collective. You know what I'm saying? Eventually he walked his way out. And, you know what I'm saying? Shout out, again, no hate, nothing like that, but what have you done in the time that you left? The same thing you were doing prior to meeting me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people don't really think about their careers. Like, do you really want this, or is this some shit you're doing because you're bored? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What kind of label would you say is the ideal label to represent Under Siege Music Group?
There's a couple. It's like, at the time, you know, like, Atlantic, Def Jam, Interscope, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Universal, like just, it's really about the team. And you know what I'm saying? For me, like, because I'm an MC, right? I'm always like, yo, like, at one point, for example, like, there is very good interest in strange music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we took 2Birds1Stone to strange music, right? Because you could sign multiple deals. Like sign, you know what I'm saying, the group at Strange, right? And then put me over here at, like, Shady, or put you know what I'm saying, put Ralph at Aftermath. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever label works for you at the time. Because artists are like college quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Number one draft pick is gonna go to the shittiest team. You know what I'm saying? So if that number one draft pick who Heisman winner, this and so over, if he goes to the perfect system, the perfect coaches, the perfect support, he's gonna be a fucking amazing quarterback and have this ridiculous career. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like on the flip side, you have those Tom Brady's and Russell Wilsons that, you know what I'm saying, get overlooked and everything like that, and they get into the system and then they show and prove. And you always have that with these artists who get signed, right? They're on the shelf and then finally do artist development or timing, they come out and you're like, damn, where the fuck has this dude been at? You know what I'm saying? Look at The Game, look at Kendrick and stuff. Like, some of these people been signed and they were just
slept on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then finally, boom. It's like at one point, you know what I'm saying, J-Rock was bigger than Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? And then fast forward, Kendrick's pretty much running Interscope at this point through TDE. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's mind-blowing, but again, sometimes you have to be on ice before you can come out and take the game over. So, but people, they get so impatient. They're like, I want it now. I want, you know what I'm saying, give me the bag right now. Like, let's get it back. I get it. You got bills, you got this, that, and so on and so forth. But it's like, do you sacrifice the proper execution? Do you sacrifice the bigger plan and get the small money? Or do you fucking wait it out, go through it, you're like, all right, cool. I'm struggling right now, this, that, and so on and so forth. But it's like, at the end of the day, the payout is way bigger than you even imagine. You see what I'm saying? Because you follow through with a plan. And that's what a lot of people do. They don't have the patience to endure struggle, to endure, you know what I'm saying, feeling hopeless. Like, it's like this.
And it makes for a good story,
No, exactly. It's like, I always say the
more content to write about.
Yeah, I always say the glory's in the story, and it's like, whatever happens to me, I'm an artist. I can write about it. I can flip it, I can twist it, it inspires me. Life inspires me. What happens to me so I can be an outlet for it. It's just energy. There's nothing good or bad, it's how I perceive it. You see what I'm saying? So as things just happen, I'm like, all right, cool. I identify this as a good feeling. I identify this as a negative feeling. So again, it's just like, they're just results and how we perceive it. You know what I'm saying? So again, so ideally, going back to, you know what I'm saying, because we went off, but ideally, it depends on the system and the support. So it's like, you know, as an MC, I'm like, yo, I want to sign here, I want to sign there, I want this, that. It just depends on who's on the roster at the time. Because you can sign to a label and you could not be a priority for 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, are you willing to be there? Like, you're signed though, right? You're signed. Are you willing to just be on the back burner? Because this is what artists will realize. Once you sign, they own, depending on your deal, depending on the leverage you had when you went there, they own you. They determine when you can drop. You know what I'm saying? They determine, they're like, you can't even do shows without some of their permission. You see what I'm saying? Some of the artists, though, they rebel and they go ahead and do it, but then they have backlash. They get charged penalties. So there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these artists, though, they just get offered quick money. They're like, okay, cool, yeah, I ain't never had this much money in my life, right? They sign without even reading. So again, a lot of it is not on, you know what I'm saying? Q-Tip said it, bruh. In the 2000 rule, you know what I'm saying, 4080, record labels shady. So it's like the knowledge has been there, you know what I'm saying? You watch the documentaries, what happened to TLC, like what happened to a lot of these people. You feel me? So the knowledge is there, but again, if you're not willing to take the time to read it, if you get screwed, that's on you. Because it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It is everywhere. Like you can literally go on YouTube right now and type in, you know what I'm saying, horror stories of the music industry. 20, 40, 50 videos will pop up telling you these things. But it's on the artist. You see what I'm saying? So, again, like, so just answering that question again, it's just on the artist, on the right system, because you don't want to fail.
Right.
You don't want to fail. And I don't plan to fail. I'm not going to fail. I have a plan. I'm going to follow it. I'm going to stick to it. Obstacles come, challenges happen, but it's like this: adapt and move and go back on your path. That's
how long have you been scouting for a label?
I've been, like, what do you mean, shopping for
a label?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been shopping for a label. I would say, yeah, just recently, because we
a year.
Yeah, just about, like, we're not even shopping, but like networking at this point, because it's like, before you even think about getting any money for your music, before you got to find out who you are as an artist. You know what I'm saying? You have to develop a sound. You have to develop a style. Like, there's a checklist of things you should do before you even think about getting a deal. You know what I'm saying? And then now it got to the point where it's like, all right, cool. The style is there. The music is there. You know what I'm saying? The creativity is there. This, that, and so on and so forth.
And when opportunities
and it's like,
up,
let me shake this person's hands. Let me talk to this person's hand. Let me work with this person. And then it got to the point where it's like, all right, cool. Now we're at this position to where all we have to do now is just release music and do shows. There is not, like, literally, there is nothing else that we need to do except that. So now we're in this ridiculous position to where we're ahead of ourselves. We used to be behind. So now this is the perfect time for us to shop for the deal. Because don't get me wrong, every year I wanted a deal. Every year I was like, yo, man, hopefully, like, yo, this one song's going to pop off, this, that. But then it's like, okay, cool, you got one song. You know what I'm saying? This old dude has 5 mixtapes. He has an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much of what you have is actual value and leverage to a label in perspective to, it's like, there's millions of songs being released every day. What makes you pick the one that you're listening to right now? You know what I'm saying? Why are people tuned into your show? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people's attention is not free. You know what I'm saying? So we're fighting for everybody's attention. So you have to have a plan once you have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can get attention one day and then tomorrow no one gives a shit about your music.
Right, it's gone.
So you have to have a plan. It's like, all right, cool. So once they pay attention to this, that, and so on and so forth, I'm gonna hit them with this and this and this. You're like, oh shit, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And then it comes out the blue and you're like, damn, he's running the game. It's like, no, he's not running the game. He just had a plan that he followed through with. You know what I'm saying? He timed it all out and it made sense. Because right now, I have records right now that I know that with the label behind it, with the proper push, proper music videos and everything like that, blow up. You see what I'm saying? But if I release it tomorrow, I'm being completely fucking honest. If I release any of our music tomorrow, oh, my phone died, right? If I release any music tomorrow, right? No one's gonna hear it. Except maybe, you know what I'm saying, I'll probably get 100 views. You know what I'm saying? Lucky that. Why? Because Instagram and a lot of these social media platforms, they reward you based off of your interaction with the application. So they changed the algorithms to where it's like this. I could post something up right now, right? Unless we're constantly in communication, you probably won't see it for 3 or 4 days. And by that time, the prime peak for an Instagram post is a day. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the straddlers and everything like that, right? But for a day. So if you don't maximize your likes and comments and all these other things, like the social quote unquote social proofs and everything like that, you lose out based off the algorithms. And I figured this out. Like, I see what works. I can see, it's like, I just posted something tonight about the show and everything like that, right? You know what I'm saying? 20 likes. Because I haven't been active on Instagram. When I average 500 to 1,000. You see what I'm saying? And that's when I'm constantly on there every day. So it rewards me by giving me prime placement in people's, because again, it depends on how many people are following you. And how many people those people follow. You see what I'm saying? So if you get prime placement, your stories are popping up, this and so on and so forth, you're good. But if you're not there, if you're not interacting, if you're not there posting something stupid every time, you're not building, you're not being seen. They literally built it up to where you have to play by their rules to further your career.
Exposure.
To further your, their career. You see what I'm saying? So it's you know what I'm saying, to be blunt, it's fucked up. Because it's like, it shouldn't be that difficult to navigate through this world, this industry, but it is. There's so many gatekeepers all around. And some of them are in it for the right reasons, but everybody else is in it for money. That's it. It's a business. I understand it's a business. But before it was a business, before it could be corporatized, it was a culture. You know what I'm saying? So we want to maintain a little bit of dignity, a little bit of integrity, and a little bit of truth still in this industry while we're here with our music. So, you know what I'm saying? Again, it's like, for me, some people base your progress and your growth based off of relationships, based off of the networking. Like you know what I'm saying? You could feel some type of way about me personally, but don't take it out on my music. But people don't know how to differentiate the two. They will feel some type of way about somebody, be like, man, fuck his music. And it could be the best shit in the world, right? It could be number one. It could be streaming. Bless you. It could be streaming. It could be breaking records, whatever like that, right? But because you don't like me as a person, this product doesn't get prime placement. This product doesn't even get acknowledged because you don't like me as a person.
Kanye.
Yeah, no. Prime example is Kanye West. This dude, what has changed?
Publicity is huge when you're in the spotlight.
Yeah, no, and it's like, what has changed from college dropout Kanye to now? What? Just a couple more money? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like he's literally, he came in as the Louis Vuitton Don. He came in with the diva attitude. He came in saying he's a genius. Now it becomes an issue for everybody. He's doing the same thing he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. the difference between him saying George Bush doesn't care about black people and like, oh, make America great again, it's like he's been doing the same thing. It's just, it's like this. Say what you want. Again, like, I know politics is a touchy issue, whatever like that, but it's like this. Everybody was cool with Donald Trump until he became, quote unquote, the president. Hip hop shouted him out. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody didn't. Yeah. Everybody appreciated the pimp until they got pimped.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's like,
right?
I totally get it. And it's like, and I totally get it. It's like cool, and that's a whole different topic. But it's like the same thing. It's like now he's in a different position, and now there's like more and more stuff. But it's like we knew that back then. Mm-hmm. It's just that we turned a blind eye to it. It's because now it's like the thing. Now it became a trend. You know what I'm saying? Because politics is pop culture. Mm-hmm. Everything we do is pop culture. Like social media, it became a trend to be like, oh man, fuck Donald Trump, fuck Don. It's a trend now. So it's like this. Even if he could have, okay, and this is in theory, whatever like that. He could literally do better than Obama in office, right? But people already say fuck Donald Trump. You see what I'm saying?
They're not giving him an opportunity.
Exactly. So like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, again, I'm not judging the dude. I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. But just for conversation's sake. He could do an amazing job. He could fucking make America great again. He could be even greater under his, you know what I'm saying? But they still in their mind because of the trend of Donald Trump. You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. So again, now apply that concept by the masses in society to music. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Industry, gatekeepers, this person fucks with this person, this and so on and so forth. I don't like this person's music. This Kanye's going to do it. Everything's happening. So it's like, how do artists like me and Ralph come up and navigate these things and be taken serious? Like some people won't take. It's like it wasn't until the Scott Storch photo that's when other producers started responding back to my messages. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, if you're giving Scott Storch money, then I want the money.
No, exactly. Or it's like, oh, Storch is fucking with him. Just Blaze is fucking with him. All these other. It's like shit. He must be this dude. And it's like, why did it take the quote-unquote perception of elite status to be considered elite?
Because you know how San Diego is. You got to make it outside of San Diego before San Diego gives you the respect that you deserve.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, once that happens and everything like that, it blows people's minds. They're like, wait a minute. Like, yo, this dude's actually doing it. And it's like, yeah, dude, I really do what I say I'm going to do. But the fact that you couldn't see the face value lets me know that you're not that type of artist. You know what I'm saying? You're not that type of person. You don't see it. You know what I'm saying? You're the type of person who would pass up Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're the type of person who would pass up, you know what I'm saying, the greats. So, you know.
Well, let me ask you this. What happens if it's November now, it comes to be 2019, and you haven't found a label yet?
Nah, that's not going to happen. The reason why is I'm super confident in what we have, but to do that, I would have to be dead. You see what I'm saying? Like if my entire existence is to accomplish one goal, right? And if I'm not doing everything in my possible being to accomplish that goal every single day, then what am I doing? Do I really want this? It's like this. The person who's saying, oh man, I wish my life would change. I want to do this, that, and so on and so forth, but then they're smoking weed and playing fucking 2K. Do they really want the change that they're saying? Or are they fucking bullshitting? They just saying it and they just, you know what I'm saying, they stuck in their routine. They're like, yeah, I want this to change, but, you know, they already defeated themselves. It's like this. I know in my heart of heart that we're going to succeed. I'm going to get this deal, this, and so on and so forth, one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Because I live for this. I want this every day. Like off. What's funny is off air we were talking about music. Other people off air just talking about bullshit. We were talking about music, and then I even had more for the interview. You see what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I live this. I actually care about the culture. I actually care about these kids. I actually care about. It's like I'm so passionate about what I say because I care. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing I'm gonna hear like, yo, yeah, 2Birds1Stone, G-Lou, man, fuck everybody else, and not drop knowledge. But no, it's like I'm over here trying to like spark conversation, spark thought, spark knowledge. Be like, yo, he is saying some real shit. It's relatable. I feel that way. I'm an artist too. He's speaking for me. That's what your music is supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? But people be like, yo, I'm in the club chilling, blowing dough, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, all right, cool. Like, I get it. Relax, kick back. But what happens on Saturday?
If that's the business part of the lifestyle.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if that's your Friday night, what happens on Saturday morning when you're not at the club? Rap about that. But people, you're like, whoa, we're going to stay in this, you know what I'm saying? We're going to stay in this marathon club the entire career. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. If that works for you, hey, I'm not going to tell you whatever, but think bigger. The world don't do that. Like there is a portion of it. There's a small percentage of the world who actually lives that lifestyle. So if that's your audience, cool. Like, congrats. But If you're trying to grow, again, it's up to the artist. It's up to the person. If you're trying to grow, if you're trying to be that person, like no one in SD right now can say they're the king of SD because they're not Drake.
Mm-hmm.
They're not M. They're not. They. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who has an ego right now, who's saying they're the best, this and this is over, until you're in mainstream, until you're on Ellen, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is me saying, like, I ain't shit. Ralph ain't shit.
Whoa, whoa.
No.
Speak for yourself on that one.
No. But it's like so I'm not saying this from an egotistical standpoint, but let's be real. You feel me? It's like this. Even though I have minor accomplishments, I can honestly sit here and say I ain't shit either. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So it's like this. Like, yeah, I can have, you know what I'm saying, this person, I can know this person, this, that. I have all these amazing photos, this, that, and so on and so forth. But let's be reality. I don't have Drake streaming numbers. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, so it's like this. No matter how big I get, unless I'm up there and I'm in competition and my name is being mentioned, then I can say I'm a king of a city. Then I can say I'm really doing something. But it's like this. I just have, you know what I'm saying, in the grand scheme of things, in my career, I just have a little bump. I have a little edge. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Every day I work, you know what I'm saying? I wake up, I'm working with this person, I'm reaching out to this person, I'm networking, and then I'm going to go and it's like, oh shit, I'm not at the top of the mountain now. But I'm not going to act like I'm at the top of the mountain when I'm fucking hiking up right now.
You got to have that humbleness.
Of course. Mm-hmm. And that's what eludes a lot of these artists. It's humbleness. They don't understand, like to get places, sometimes you have to be vulnerable. Sometimes you have to be like, yo, I actually need help. Some people are like, man, fuck everybody, I can do it myself. No, you can't. Like, if you are a rapper, you need other people. You need fans. You know what I'm saying? If you are
you need a hype man.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like you need a team. If you are a rapper, you need a lawyer. So it's like you have people like, nah, man, I can do it myself. I'll read my own contract. It's like, no, bro. Like, I get it. Like, yo, if you come from no money, you trying to save money, my dude, you're going to end up losing money trying to save money. You know what I'm saying? So spend a little bit of money to make money. You know what I'm saying? But people are like, people don't really want this. I've seen it. I've had conversations with people who said they want it. No, they want the success that comes from hard work. They want the money. They don't want to work hard for it. Mm-hmm. This is work. You have to. I've been told no more times. I've been rejected. I've had blogs, you know what I'm saying, say like, oh, you got to come back with better representation, a bigger team. I've had so many things. I've been told no so many times, and I'm still here. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting better. And I have bigger network. I have more people interested. You see what I'm saying? If I would have been like, oh, well, they said my song was whack, and they said like, yo, like, I need more of this, I'm done. A lot of people would still do that.
Constructive criticism, you know, and they give up.
Exactly.
A little bit of it.
But it's like this. I'm like, all right, cool. That's cool. That's your thought. That's your opinion. Because guess what? I can name you 10 other people who didn't do what you said, went a different route, and that's them. Mm-hmm. Not everybody's blueprint is your blueprint for success.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like this. If it worked for them, it was based off of a certain time frame and time thing. It's like everybody who succeeded before streaming, they had a different plan. Now streaming and social media, and so forth, you have to adapt and incorporate that into your new plan. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? How do I feed this? How do I build this? Because there is a group of people who, it doesn't matter. You could be fucking active as fuck, right? But if you're not online, they don't even fuck with you. Mm-hmm. It's like people begged me to get online, and then when I finally got online, it's because people begged me to do it. Like, I don't fuck. If I didn't do music, I wouldn't have social media. Period. Mm-hmm. I don't fuck with it, right? Because again, how many times instead of doing something productive, people are on their phones looking at cat pics, looking at sneakers, looking at this stuff. They distract themselves from being productive. Mm-hmm. It's called social engineering. There's engineers who sit in a room at these social media companies that engineer it to get the dopamine moving in your brain, to be like, I want to be on my phone. Like, what the fuck is happening on Instagram right now? What is happening on Twitter right now? What is happening? They literally have people in rooms saying, what can we do to get it more interactive, and people on it every single day, because it is a business. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So they reward you like a drug. Every time you see a notification, you're like, oh shit, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You get the endorphins,
everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that this knowledge exists out there for people to see, but people don't care. They're like, well, we know that, and then what?
Right.
What happens next? You know that, then what? It's like fucking tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, they can leak out, you know what I'm saying, like Russia and Trump and this and so on. People are like, oh, well, that's cool. I still got to go to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I still got to clock in. Like,
it doesn't directly affect them.
Exactly.
So.
Until it directly affects them. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand, like, the little things turn out to be big things if you don't pay attention to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? a crack in a ship can bring the entire ship down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But people be like, well, it's just a crack. You know what I'm saying? Throw duct tape on it, or they won't notice. And the next thing you know, boom, fuck. Damn, it turned into a big hole. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Split like the Titanic.
Right? I was just imagining the Titanic.
Yeah. No, but that's what happens, though, because standards get lowered.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Things get overlooked, and people stop caring. You know what I'm saying? Like again, shout out to Drake. I don't know what he wrote. I don't know what was written for him. But back in the day, you had to write everything yourself to claim that you're the best lyricist, to claim that you're the best rapper. You had to do it yourself. Now, everybody's excuse is, well, shit, you think Beyonce writes everything? She has a team. This, that. I'm trying to compete with pop artists. You think Adele writes everything? She has a team. I'm like, that's different genres of music. This is fucking hip-hop. You know what I'm saying?
You're supposed to tell your own...
Exactly.
You know, what was it? You're supposed to tell about your experiences, the experiences of others, and the experiences you've seen.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're supposed to represent, you're supposed to be the voice of the people, not take the voices of people and then fucking say, you know what I'm saying, sell it. And it's like, again, but he's one of my favorite artists. And believe it or not, though, so going off of Drake, right, the standard has been lowered because here's the dude who's successful. They're like, man, you just, like, right now, they're like, people watching him, man, he's just a fucking hater, right? No, I love Drake. He's one of my favorite artists. But I came from a era of, to be the best, you had to fucking do everything yourself. You know what I'm saying? You had to master everything. And don't get me wrong, his execution, his delivery, like, no one can be better at being Drake than Drake. You know what I'm saying? So obviously what he's doing works. You see the numbers, you see everything reflected, right? But if we remove sales, if we remove the things that, it's like this. I know bar for bar I rap better than Tekashi 6ix9ine, but he has a buzz. He has streams. He has a bunch of other things that you could throw in my face and be like, you don't have that.
Dreads.
Yeah, but no, and that's the truth. But no, and that's the truth though. It's like this. The fact that, you know what I'm saying, you have to make excuses. It's like going back to football, right? It was like Tom Brady got, you know what I'm saying, this many rings, right? And it'd be like, oh, but Dan Marino's a good quarterback and this, that. But it's like, did you play for rings or you play for stats? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's like, yeah, a lot of people be like, oh yeah, dude, Dan Marino's a Hall of Fame quarterback, right? This, that, so you should see his games. But it's like, he don't have the rings to show that he's that good. That's like, LeBron, you know what I'm saying, when he finally won his rings, that when people are like, all right, cool, he's one of the GOATs now. But it's like,
but rings aren't also won by one person. Rings are won by teams.
It's by team. You see that going back to
and how they connect with each other.
Going back to music. So it's like this: Drake's team, management, A&R, every team is what makes, like, Drake is. Let's say Drake is like the Chicago Bulls. You know what I'm saying? So Drake is the Michael Jordan, right? But you know what I'm saying? His producers, the Scottie Pippen, and this person's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like now it's like that. I totally get it. So the same thing, but you know what differs is this: is when it's 2Birds1Stone. It's literally just G. Lou and Wreck-It Ralph. You see what I'm saying? And we're competing against somebody who has access to the best producers in the world. It's like, so you understand how it's different. The resources are divvied out differently. So how can you?
But A&R understands that too. Labels understand.
They do, but some of them don't though. You see what I'm saying? Like
the right ones would. The right ones can see the diamond in the rough.
Yeah, they do, but some of them don't though. And the ones that don't, they, again, because there's been labels that I'll talk to and the A&Rs are fucking delusional. Because you got to remember, there's people, like, you would think that some of these people are music fans. They're fans of the culture. Like, no, some of these people just got jobs because their father worked there, their uncle worked there. They number crunch. They don't really give a fuck about the music or the culture. They just literally want to, quote unquote, be working at a label. Like, they're career people. They don't care. They're like, okay, cool, that's cool. Like, well, I can go up there and present everything I have, right? Be like, oh, dude, look at my streams. This, and so, well, it's like, your streams are good, your music videos are good, and you know what I'm saying?
But what are the numbers?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, but you're not streaming like Tekashi 6ix9ine. But it's like, bro, I don't have Tekashi 6ix9ine's funding. You know what I'm saying? I don't have half of it. But some people really think that way. Mm-hmm. Like, there are fans right now. Like, I've had this issue. And this is why I let the music speak for itself, right? And I don't really promote, this is a bad, you know what I'm saying? If one of my flaws is I don't really promote myself to the best of my abilities because I think it's corny as fuck when be like, y'all rap. Up to people, I rap. You see those people at Walmart, Target, this, that. I rap. It's like, bro, the fact that you have to tell me you rap kind of fucking, unless it's a networking event, unless it's like you're on radio, it kind of defeats you as a rapper at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because you're walking up to people telling them you do something and expecting them to be like, yo, this shit is dope. It's like, what if I fucking rap too? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so it's all about perception. But now, let that same situation happen, right? But now have somebody else and be like, yo, this dude raps. The perception already changes. It's like, here's somebody excited about this dude, as opposed to me rocking.
When you get somebody else excited about your craft,
exactly.
But that's San Diego, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if
but it's not even
you get somebody else excited, then San Diego's like,
it's not even SD though. But it's like for all the states and all the cities, it happens that way. Same thing with the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's like
we're just experiencing it here in ours.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like this. When you're a serious artist, like I know everybody in SD who does music because I've been to the same venues. We go to the same places. You know what I'm saying? If you're a serious artist, the world becomes smaller. Mm-hmm. You run into the same people. You see them at this show, this venue, whatever's taking hip hop, you run into them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then you can network this, that, and so that's a whole different story. But it's like, you can see how small it becomes, and you can see some of these artists either go through this shit, you know what I'm saying, and they can relate, or they don't because they're not really going through this shit. They're not really trying. Like, some people are comfortable, like, performing at the same venue every week, and they feel like they're really on and popping and everything like that. They feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, doing the circuits and all this, and they feel like they're really on and popping, but it's like, okay, cool, man, now I can do one show in LA that outperforms all your shows, and I get a fucking, you know what I'm saying, better connect. So, and it's not a competition, though, but it's like, the egos. You know what I'm saying?
I think too they're trying to be a star for. Are you trying to be hood rich? Like, are you just trying to be famous within your community, your network? And if your network is only within San Diego, then you can tour around San Diego for 4 or 5 years, and in your circle, you're content because your mama knows that you have shows, your homie knows you got shows, your work crew knows you got shows.
And then it's like, are you being paid for the shows? How much you making? What is
but sometimes they don't care about the pay. It's the notoriety of, I'm somebody in San Diego who does
that's the thing. It's like this. So I'm like this. If you gonna do anything, go for the fucking top.
Exactly. You should go for the top.
No, exactly. And that's my whole thing. It's like, so when I was up here last time, I'm saying like, yo, I want to be the Eminem of San Diego. I want, and that's not me shitting on everybody, all these artists, whatever. Like, you all have the opportunity to do it, but I'm letting you know that it's gonna be fucking competition. You know what I'm saying? I'm going for the top spot. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be better than me. I enjoy the competition. Bring the flows, bring the lyrics, bring the bars, bring the substance. You know why? Because it inspires me to even go harder. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm feeling like a top dog, or if I'm feeling like this, if I have this plan, this, that, and so on and so forth, and y'all are playing catch up, where's the fun in that? You know what I'm saying? If I'm on lab fucking 5, right, and y'all still on lab 1, what's going on?
You say it's lonely at the top, G-Lou.
It is. No, it is. But again, and see, that's like, I want, and again, my collective and all these other things I was trying to build, I want people to be at a certain level. I'm like, yo, the city has so much talent. We can really do this. We can have a run like Chicago. We can have a run like Houston. We can have a run like Miami. We can have a run like LA, but we don't.
How did you connect with Scott Storch?
LA connects. So the way that happened was, I'll never forget it, okay? So the Migos and Drake just dropped the music video, Walk It Like I Talk It. You know what I'm saying?
Walk it like I talk it. Walk it.
And you know what I'm saying? Shout out Scott Storch. Shout out Scott Storch. Shout out to Flo. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? The amazing team over there and everything, everybody involved in there. So I used the hashtag Walk It Like I Talk It. Storch is a big Migos fan. You know what I'm saying? He ended up clicking on the hashtag Walk It Like I Talk It. My story pops up. And then we started dialogue from social media.
What was your short? What did you hashtag? Walk it like I talk it.
I was like literally in the studio, in my studio, right? I was showcasing like, yo, I have all these albums. I was saying, like, I was being myself, like I really write. I have over 100,000 songs. Like, I'm not playing.
And it was you saying you walk it like you talk it. Walk it like it.
But I had a hashtag, right? Because on Instagram, like, because of algorithms and everything like that, you can follow stories, you can follow like hashtags. So anyways,
even if your profile is private, if you put a hashtag on your post, that post becomes public under that hashtag.
And based off the algorithms and stuff. So like the fact that I'm over here building, the fact that I have momentum into my account, right? And he clicked on the hashtag, you know what I'm saying? Or I don't, you know what I'm saying? It could have been him or could have been whatever like that. But then we started a dialogue from there. I was like, yo, shit, Storch is watching my stories? And it's not like he just watched the one. He watched the entire thing. So I was like, shit, there's interest right here. You know what
Right.
Let me fucking go back and forth, and then from there went like literally cool. You know what I'm saying? Laura's Down the Love and all this other stuff, and we're good. You know what I'm saying? Like we got songs. We got, you know what I'm saying? I've been literally at this pad up in LA, damn near like a month at one point. We were there weekly. You know what I'm saying? Just going up there. Just at some points we're just hanging out. Other times we're really making music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like building a networking and establishing a rapport with this dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like I will have a conversation with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I have his direct number. So it's like I can call him up and just have a conversation with him if we wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's like, we've had conversations though about music and stuff. Like, and obviously once you work with a producer, obviously they want to know, because it's business though too, when songs are coming out. So you're going to maintain dialogue.
Like, relationship.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, when you're going to make a song, oh, I'm waiting for this, that. All right, cool. Excellent. You know what I'm saying? How can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's different ways you can go about it. Everybody has a different relationship with people and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Different networking. Some people are like, all right, cool. Like, oh, yeah. You know, I'll help you. Or, oh, yeah. You know, I'm like, I wish you well with that. Like, it really just depends on how involved and you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do.
He did hear the music.
Yeah.
He heard it. He heard Beautiful Stories.
Yeah, no, he actually,
get your ass.
Yeah, no. The fact that he had to hear music, be convinced. It's one thing to have a following on social media, right? It's another thing to actually impress somebody with your music and have them want to work with you.
Right.
That was the linchpin.
That's how I know I'm dope. It's like if this person likes my music, this person, so it's like,
and this person's verified, I've got to have that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
now, those 3 songs that you recorded with him, are they off of your solo project, or are they part of a joint project?
They're off of the future solo. So again, like
a future solo.
Like, it's going back into the whole label thing, right? Talking about stacking up, right? So we have 2 music videos for Beautiful Stories for the Children, which we debuted at our Culture Connect show, right?
Yeah, because it was for Sweat and
Sweet Nothings.
Sweet Nothings.
Yeah.
Sweat and Sweet Nothings.
So we have those 2, and those are amazing.
And those are tracks off of
Beautiful Stories.
Yeah.
So we have those 2 right there and everything, and those are high quality music videos. Like, a lot of artists, and again, like if you do your homework, a lot of artists don't have access to quality like that in SD. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, again, I don't like to sound like I'm one-upping myself, but it's like, when you really have a plan and you're really about image, you're really aiming for a top spot, you have to approach it with a I'm a signed artist already mentality.
Excuse me for one second.
Yeah, go ahead. So have you released, because I went online and I can't find.
They're not out yet. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's still part of the leverage in a sense, because your videos are money. You see what I'm saying? Those are streams. Those are this, that. So it's like this. I could, again, like I said, completely honest. If I release it tomorrow, there's a 1% chance that it can go viral and people share it and it gets over 1 million streams and shit, right? I can release it tomorrow, and I guarantee you there is a 100% chance it's probably going to get fucking 100 views.
So you're being meticulous about how you release your things so you can get the most value.
If you insane, I'm saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So if there's no plan, if there's no resources involved, if there is nothing to help your music, you are going to fail. So I know I need the label. I know, and again, like some people say, like, oh, well, you could be independent. You don't need a label. You just need a fan base. But going back to the rappers at Target and stuff like that, or the rappers at Walmart, or whoever is promoting themselves, I've literally had people say, if you're good enough, I'd hear you on radio. They will never give your music a shot unless somebody else of authority or somebody, quote unquote, in programming, because it's called radio programming for a reason, gives your song play. You see what I'm saying? It's like this. If you want to see people listen to a song over and over and be like, yo, this shit is hot, take any one of my songs, put it between Chris Brown's song and a fucking Ty Dolla song or whatever like that, and keep that in a rotation for about a week. People will be like, oh shit, this is that song. You know what I'm saying? Based off of programming. It's called radio.
There's oftentimes that Chris Brown or Ty Dolla $ign come out with a song that's not popular.
No, exactly.
But after you hear it over and over and over again, because the A&R push it,
and the same
it grows on you.
The same thing. So it's like this. So that's how they break new artists too. It's like, for example, you came from radio too. But, for example, I know, because I've talked to a lot of DJs and stuff like people, you know what I'm saying, off record and stuff like that about how this shit works. And it's like there's some labels, they will package you. We'll be like, all right, cool. I'll give you the new Drake record, right? But in return, you have to spend Lil Baby, or you have to spend this person down and so on and so forth. So you get all the exclusives first, but you have to program these other artists with my artist in a list. And now, because of streaming, happens with Spotify, it happens with Apple, every place that, when it can be controlled and there's gatekeepers and manipulations, there is ways to, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying, payola? You know what I'm saying? There's ways, but it's not payola anymore. It's like, okay, cool. we'll have them do the show for a discounted price. You know what I'm saying? Like you negotiate a way to where it's like you're not directly. I mean, there's
It's
still
indirect.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's still ways to do it though, directly. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, oh, this is a consultant fee, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever like that. There's ways. There's a million loopholes. But no, that's what they do. To where now this artist is programmed. So every time you hear him, it's like, oh shit, he's fucking. They're playing him after Drake. His song is dope. Or they're playing him after Travis Scott. His song is dope. You see what I'm saying? So it's programming. And then once you're associated and affiliated with those acts, people don't view you any other way. They're like, yo, he's dope. It's like, if you think about it, how many artists have you discovered personally yourself? Obviously, because you have a radio station, you run into artists all the time, right? But if you didn't have this, how many artists would you actually go look for? You see what I'm saying? As opposed to, here's a bunch of artists that this person works with and that person works with. They're good because they work with these artists. A lot of people operate that way. Yeah, you have those occasions where your shit is on shuffle and like somebody pops up, you're like, oh yeah, this dude's dope. You know what I'm saying? Let me research him. Or whatever. But 9 times out of 10, people are not researching like that. They're not looking for new music. They stumble upon it by chance or accident. And so we're battling this as new acts, as anybody who does music. We battle this algorithm because some algorithms leave it to where you can't even be discovered. You will never hear that person's, you know what I'm saying? So again, it's like then you have, we were just talking about this, you have streaming farms, you have different companies who go out there that then, you know what I'm saying, they constantly play your stuff to increase your you know what I'm saying, your algorithms and get you into the right list and everything like that. There's a million ways to do it, but now how much of your interaction versus how much of what your, you know what I'm saying, your results is organic versus being manipulated by computers.
It's going to be manipulated as often as it can be, especially now in this technological age. It's always going to be manipulated.
So we're battling this as upcoming artists, and we're being judged on the same scales as major artists who have all the resources. So how do we stand out? And you know what I'm saying? It's like you have to think and view yourself as that artist. And again, like this interview shows you that I actually care. I'm actually paying attention. How many people in the city
but you know something
are paying attention like that? Who actually see it? You know what I'm saying?
This interview also shows us how much you guys care.
Yeah, no,
too.
of course.
Because just like how you say, you know, give an opportunity, hope, and mentorship. You know, it's people like you guys, you know, are out there with the megaphone in your hand. You know, putting it out to the city.
No, and it's like I posted in my post though too. I even said, you know what I'm saying, like in my post to you guys, I was like, thank you for giving this opportunity and the support and being unbiased because again, navigating through this media outlet, navigating through everything is difficult because again, people are biased. Like we were talking about earlier, it's about relationships. You could not like one person and then, you know what I'm saying, like be like, we don't fuck with this music. Or you could feel off, you know what I'm saying, you offended a certain type of way, we don't fuck with this music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now my product suffers based off of personal feelings that have nothing to do with me, or at the same time it could be a rumor you heard. Like there's multiple things that happen, you know what I'm saying, that just either determine your success or failure. Like these are the things you can't control, but it comes with the territory. It comes with, yo, we're in this industry of fickle fans, we're in this industry of fickle executives. Like literally I know certain people who have my number right now just for the simple fact that I can get signed tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about me. They never wish me a happy birthday. They don't send me texts, this, that, and so on and so forth. They don't check up on me. But let a music video drop. Let something that happens to where they can feel like, oh shit, I benefit from this. I benefit from knowing this dude. Hey man, how's it going? You know what I'm saying? And it's like I literally know there's people in my phone like that. Should I block them? Should I delete them? No. I'm like, you know what? You're there.
A reason, season, and a lifetime. People are in your life for a reason, a season, and lifetime.
Exactly. So it's like at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, cool, and I get it, but it just showcases you the level of success and the levels of outcome. The fact that I'm going this way, and you're going this way, or you say you're going this way, you meet me, and instead of hopping on my fucking, you know what I'm saying, on my path, and we're going towards it together, you're like, I'm gonna just watch, but once you get closer to the finish line, I'm gonna try to jump on again. It's like, nah, man, you gotta be there for the entire journey. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I heard that. I mean, and Go Ham Radio itself is a journey. You know, we're not where we want to be at yet.
Of course.
And shout out to Go Ham. Our programming is not contoured. It's not based off of algorithms. The way that we do our programming is we upload all our labels and we upload all of our locals, and we just let them play. It's a shuffle in between, so you're going to hear a Jay-Z, a 2Bird1Stone, a Beyonce, a K Mella. You're going to hear that on our radio station. You just listen 24/7, and that's why we did it, is because we didn't want to create those algorithms. We didn't want people to feel that they're listening to the same song over and over and over again, the same 5 songs every hour with a couple of ones in between. You go and you listen to Go Ham Radio, and you're going to hear all the different, everyone's a variety. You're going to hear, all the locals, Sir Daniels, Bree Blues, 2Birds1Stone,
that's what's needed,
and the majors, so no one can know the difference.
And see, and that's what's missing in today's mainstream media, is because they don't. And I understand it from a business perspective. It's like this. If you got to pay out royalties and all these other things, it's easier to have a list of 25 to 50 songs than it is to have 1,000 songs that you're like, oh shit, we got to track this, that. So I totally understand it from that aspect. That's why you have Top 10 Radio that only plays the same songs because of the royalties and stuff like that. But on the flip side, it does more harm for the culture, because if I'm trying to get my song up there, right, but you have millions of songs to choose from, how am I ever going to get on a platform to be exposed to gaining more fans if you're not going to give me? It's like, I don't give a shit if you're playing, and they do it though. They'll play you at 2 a.m. in the morning, and they play you at fucking, 9
sleeping hours.
Yeah, so it's like, well, yeah, you on the radio, but it's like, bro, I need prime time. Like, I'm saying, not just me, but like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, and that's the thing. As I was talking about earlier, how many people are willing to go to the fucking dude in the mailroom and find out what's wrong? They're like, well, we're being consistent. The numbers are still good. The quarterly reports look like, we're still making money. So who gives a shit? Ha ha ha. Like, that's how they fucking view it, right? But guess what? There's people like me who are like, yo, you know what? This could be better. You can make more money. You can do more things. But they don't care because they are content with what they already have.
Trying to make the money now.
You know what I'm saying? And I totally get it. And it's like this. Like, if a million people can tell you how to better your thing, right? And it keeps popping up the same way, you should probably fucking listen. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't. They're like, well, that's your opinion, But if 10, 12, 20 people are saying like, what if you just did this? What if you tweaked this? You're like, you know what? This is not just one person, because it's universal consciousness. We build up these people. You know what I'm saying? Kanye's only as big as Kanye is because you're a fan. I'm a fan. He's a fan. Like, we're all fans of Kanye. We accepted him as he is, as he's presented, and we built him up and put him on his mountain. Same thing with Drake. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. What if the standard of music was Tekashi 6ix9ine? You see what I'm saying? What if he was, you know what I'm saying, in a bizarre world, right? What if Tekashi 6ix9ine was the standard, and what me and Ralph do was considered mumble rap? You know what I'm saying? It's what we hold as standards, what we accept as society is like, yo, this is the shit right here. This is what it is. And then you have those gatekeepers in the beginning who was like, you have to do this, that. So it's like this. My traditions and everything come from that. But in a bizarre world, my tradition could be totally different. You know what I'm saying? It could be like, yo, where's the auto-tune at? We need more mumbling. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's some real shit. Like, it's literally based off of your introduction. So here's what's crazy about that, right? That is for the kids now, the kids born in the 2000s and the kids born in 2010s, the mumble rap and the auto-tune, that is their tradition. That is their standard. So all this lyricism, everything that I grew up off of, and
it's going to be new. It's fresh. And where'd that come from?
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. What's a pager?
No, exactly. But no. It's like right now. There's kids right now. Yeah, exactly. Don't know what a pager is. Don't know what a payphone is. We'll never have to know what a VCR is anymore. You know what I'm saying? They might not even know what DVDs and CDs are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as we get older, progress and everything like that, technology becomes obsolete. This, that, and so on. So you can't expect the appreciation to be there. Like I still remember skipping school to go get albums at Tower Records. You know what I'm saying? I still remember being a fan of that. It's like, yo, this is impact. It's a culture. It's a culture. And your classmates who was into the hip hop or in the culture did the same shit. Like, yo, dude, did you go get? Oh, no, I didn't go to Tower, but I went to Sam Goodies. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't go over here. I went to Warehouse Music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I still remember when the 50 Cent album came out. It was sold out everywhere. It was sold out everywhere. I couldn't get a copy until the following week. I mean, I had a copy, right? But I was such a fan. I wanted, because it came with a DVD, I wanted to buy it. You know what I'm saying? I already bootlegged it. I already, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to buy it because it had a DVD. Kids these days, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to do the hook and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's like kids these days, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't understand the appreciation factor behind valuing these things. It's like waiting in line to get your CD signed or doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, those things, like, dude, sign my MP3 file.
But we as the OGs have to be the ones to reintroduce that that culture to them,
just
to
like
reintroduce what's really important.
But just as like the young man inside, you know what I'm saying, in my collective at the time, it's really up to them to see it and take the knowledge. Because we can do all the speaking. For example, like, he bring it up to Tekashi 6ix9ine, right? There's an interview floating around of Fat Joe telling him what was going to happen to him. Happen to him.
On Tidal, yeah.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's an OG telling him. There's a Charlemagne during the Breakfast Club told him, and now it's like, okay, dude, like, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You had OGs, you had all these people around you tell you this was going to happen, and you disregarded it, and now you're like, oh shit, 32 years to life? Fuck, I'm going to cry, this, that, and so on and so forth. But it's like, bro, you didn't have to do that. And I totally get it.
You didn't have to get to that point.
Yeah, I totally get it, though. It's like this. His story is unique in the sense where it's like, dude, his father was murdered right in front of him, this, that, and so on and so forth. Once you lose your superhero, you stop giving a fuck about life. You're like, you know what, fuck it. Like, my hero's gone, this, that, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna fucking dye my hair rainbow colored. I'm gonna start saying the most outlandish shit. I'm going to taunt y'all to kill me because I don't really give a fuck about my life. And I'm around a bunch of other people who don't really give a fuck about my life. They care about what I can provide for them, but they don't care about me as a person. So I don't have real friends. I don't have this. I don't have that. I'm just going to be out here acting a fool. And then it got to the point where the act overtook him as a person. So now he's like, shit, I have to live this shit. I done taunted so many people that I fear for my fucking life at this point. And so the 6ix9ine who fired everybody around him, that's the real 6ix9ine. That's the 6ix9ine with a brain. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh shit, like, I have a mother, I have this, that, I need money, this, that, like, I gotta fucking be real. I have to shed the you know what I'm saying, the antics away now, because I'm facing real life consequences for this image I portrayed out of being scared and hurt. You see what I'm saying? So again, but the kids don't know that. They don't view it with those lenses. They view it as like, yo, he gangster, yo, he blood, yo, you know what I'm saying, Treyway, this, that. They view it through ignorant lenses and keep moving the ignorance along. And they don't want to listen. So when they be like, oh man, you just a hater, man. You know what I'm saying? You just this, that, you just that. It's like, bro, no, I'm not. I'm literally, like, I'm telling you, I've seen this story a million times. But, you know, again, some people be like, yo, he could have been different. It's like, no, he couldn't have, man. He could have been different if he didn't start in the first place.
Right. He wouldn't have been who he was if he did it differently.
Exactly. Going back to the rappers at Target, you know what I'm saying? So what, dignity, integrity, this, and so on and so forth. If you are introduced one way, you have to live that. Like I said, Soulja, like, you know what I'm saying, Soulja Boy cannot perform Crank That 30, 40, 50. That is when he was a teenager song. How, you know what I'm saying, artists don't think that long ahead. Like, how am I going to look like performing this song when I'm 30, when I'm 40, when I'm 50, when I'm 60? Like, if you really think about having longevity, if you really think about having a career, the material and substance and things you put into the universe will always outlive you. So is it what you want to leave behind? If, for example, like, everything I'm saying right now, I'm going to be immortal online. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to... So there could be somebody in 3018. Like, oh, shit, Jesus was already... Like, we're on the stuff he's talking about right now. Like, everything he said is the gospel. It's the truth now. You see what I'm saying? But right now, it's being swept under the rug. Right now, it's like, oh, man, he just mad because he ain't sung. Like, he just mad. This, that. They're going to come up with a million excuses to dispute the truth. But the truth is always going to shine through, because guess what? It's based off of real emotions, real life, real experiences, real things, my truth. It's things I've experienced. I'm not making any of this shit up. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it flows natural. That's why it has passion. That's why it draws you in. You listen, because this is real. You know what I'm saying? This is not an act. I didn't script this. I didn't write it down and be like, all right, cool, I'm going to talk about this. This is all just flowing through me. This is, you know what I'm saying, religious. This is God coming through me. I'm just a vessel. This is a message that people need to hear. Artists need to hear this. You see what I'm saying?
What's the future for 2 Birds, 1 Stone? Because we we heard your album.
Yeah.
We heard songs from your solo project. We also heard that you're sitting on those projects because they're
coming
you're
out
shopping
next year, though.
for
They're coming
a
out
label.
next year. No matter what. Okay, so here's the thing. No matter what, they're coming out because here's what's funny. Beautiful Stories for Early Children, 12 songs, 2 music videos. My solo project, 16 songs. I still, you know what I'm saying, be shooting music videos. We have another album, The World Stage. That one's about to be mixed and mastered soon. It's done. You know what I'm saying? We have it rough mixed. We just got to mix it and master it. We have a mixtape that is done. You know what I'm saying? We just got to, you know what I'm saying, record 4 more songs and mix it. But the rest, you know what I'm saying, out of I think it was like 10 songs. So like 6 of them are already done. We just got to do the last 4. You know what I'm saying? And those are just waiting on my man Ralph's verses over here. We have, you know what I'm saying, more. So again, I'm not worried about songs. I have songs for days. I have projects for days. So once I start putting stuff out, it's just replaced. Because
When are we going to get stuff?
What? Huh?
When are we going to get this
Oh,
stuff?
yeah, in 2019, no matter what.
When in 2019? Do we have a date? I mean, because
mean,
we have the exclusives.
yeah.
And you can hear it on GoHamRadio.com.
I mean, like, honestly speaking, I mean, that is up for debate because we currently, right now, we have interest, and we were talking back and where we're labels and stuff like that.
Some things in the fire.
But right now, so it's like this, like, I could be like, okay, cool, at the top of the year, right? But then we can get signed tomorrow. We can get signed next week, right? I mean, we literally could. Like, this is not a lie. It's not a joke. We literally could. I could get a phone call next week, be like, yo, it's done. Like, yo, let's go have this meeting. And then we walk with the deal. You know what I'm saying? We're good. Then the entire plan changes from, all right, cool. Like, I mean, it didn't change. The overall goal is to always get to the label. But now it's like, all right, cool. We had the plan B, so always get to plan B is just to get back to plan A. But it depends on how further along the line of plan A you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. If you're at plan A right here, then you have to do plan B for like a couple months to go right back to plan A. That's okay. So it's like we will sacrifice the album. We will sacrifice these music videos because we know we can make more.
Do you have a cutoff date of like
March.
by March? If you haven't talked with,
if we're not signed by March,
then people can start expecting to see the release.
I'm going to release something every quarter.
Every quarter.
So
will it be your project and music videos? So like
everything.
In March, what can they expect? Your solo.
If we're not signed, I'm saying a big if we're not signed by March, I'm saying so we have December, we have January, we have February, and we have March. You know what I'm saying I always like dropping stuff around my birthday, so the second week of March. We have up until the second week of March. If we're not signed in the next 4 months, right? So December, January, February, March. Next 4 months, you'll get Beautiful Stories with. We still gotta plan it though, right? You know what I'm saying? So you'll get Beautiful Stories. Before Beautiful Stories though, probably in January, February, we'll release a mixtape to get people hyped up. You know what I'm saying? The 7-year itch will come out. You know what I'm saying? Stream, everything like that. That will come out, and then we'll release a mixtape. So you're gonna get 2 projects within the first quarter. If we're not signed. Because once we're signed, then everything changes. We will still have those projects on ice. We'll be like, all right, cool, let's throw this mixtape out.
It'll just be ready when the label says
and the label
it's ready.
will be like, you know what, we won't release your album in June. So it's like, for example, if we're not signed, right, we'll release a mixtape with maybe a minor music video, you know what I'm saying, a low budget one, whatever like that, in January, February, right? And then the album with Sweet Nothings, you know what I'm saying, or Sweat, because we're going into spring, so it really depends, in March. So we will have an album and a music video accompanying it, and then guess what? The job is not done though. We have the entire year to promote that if we want to, or we can promote it for a few months, drop another project, do a bunch of shows, and continue to release projects. So then it's like, okay, after that, then I could drop, because you know what I'm saying, I have a
when we pull out our guns,
I have every exceptions, right? Which is
we have to pull them out.
I have
I
have every exceptions. That's 16 songs. I could film music videos for that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I could stack up even more. But it's like I have to use what I already have. But if I'm forced to be like, all right, cool, this is gonna come out within the first 3 months, then that I already have music to last for the next 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have music to last for the next 10 years, but to strategically plan for the next 2 or 3. Because we're ahead of ourselves now. So everything like I don't need to record another solo project, but I am. I have 9 more songs that I'm doing for this other album.
Where do you guys record? At your house?
Well, yeah. I mean, so when we first started, it was at his house. Like a long time ago, before I had my own house and everything like that, it was always at his house.
We've had two different studios.
And then he moved, like you know what I'm saying. I put a mobile studio in his house, and then he moved, and we went to his other house, and then he would work on his verses at his house, and I would do all my recording in my house. So you know what I'm saying, I always had a home studio in my house.
Right.
But this is the first time where, you know, in our lives to where we create in the same spot. So it's like he comes to my house now, and like we were recording right there and then, like we were creating everything. So it's like it's just a different, you know what I'm saying, environment. And like I like to be live and create. I like to be in the room sometimes and like, you know, be personal with the record. Be like, yo, what do you think about this flow? What do you think about this line? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like go back and forth. And some of our best records have been created based off of just playing the beats, writing together. Be like, yo, say this. Yo, that's dope. All right, yo. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, like that's how we made Boombox.
Mm-hmm.
We literally, like that's one of my favorite records because of the
track number 12.
Yeah, the last song on Beautiful Stories for Early Children.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite records because of the experience that went into it.
Uh-huh.
Like the experience of the creation of it. We were sitting in his kitchen, right?
Uh-huh.
We were talking and I'm like, yo, this beat. And I was like, you know what I'm saying, and then I kick off the intro where I'm like saying hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, my boombox is booming, my boombox is booming, and he's like, yo, record that. You know what I'm saying? And I normally record in the comfort of my own house.
Mm-hmm.
So I always just worked on his vocals there. And I was like, you know what? Let me do it. Capture the essence, the energy, the moment right there.
Mm-hmm.
The record came out amazing. And then he's like, yo, let me add on to it. You know what I'm saying? My heartbeat, beats, beat. And the fact that a lot, you know what I'm saying, real time, we were able to capture our performances, capture our ideas, and move forward. It made the record so much better when it was done.
That authenticness
of
it instead of having to recreate that.
And that's what's missing because it's like this. You know what I'm saying? When you work with other artists, be like, yo, I'm on tour. Or like, yo, like, I'm busy. I get it, though. Real life happens. Like, I'm working, so just send it to me and I'll get to it. So it's like, you may be excited about something, right? And you want to work with this person, and you're like, yo, I'm a big fan of this and so forth. But if you can't relay the information and the energy and the emotions that you're feeling right there and then to that person, so they can perform to your ideals, the record can sound like shit because they're like, all right, cool. I'm in my own zone. I'm working on at my own time, as opposed to actually being there live and creating and getting the energy that is needed. That's why I never turn down jam sessions. I never turn down working with other people because I like collaborations. Because it's like this. I have this ear and I have this talent. Like I don't program the beats. I don't beat make, but I actually produce. I'm like, all right, cool. I hear this. Like, yo, change up the drums, change up the horns. Let's bring in a vocalist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes from years of songwriting. It comes from years of just, you know what I'm saying, admiring different vocals and vocalists and singing and this, that. Like, I visualize in my mind certain records that will work with this rapper, that rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't even have to be involved on the project. I don't need to even be rapping. If I'm a fan of your voice, I'll be, yo, this dude with this dude over this beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, same here.
And that is what DJ Khaled does. You know what I'm saying? He ain't ours project. See, he produces though. Like that's the thing. That's why he gets the producer credit because he is bringing the voices. He is bringing, you know what I'm saying, this artist. Like, do you think Justin Bieber, Chance, Quavo, and all these people would have got together by themselves? You see what I'm saying? But DJ Khaled was like, yo, I had this idea. Bieber gonna sing the hook. I'm gonna get Chance rapping. Yo, let's throw Quavo on there. You know what I'm saying? Offset, whatever. And he's like, yo, that shit. And then boom.
And for me, that's what I've done too. I've written plenty of songs for other artists that I can't wait to get once I'm in position.
Yeah,
you know, I've got already where I'm like, ooh, this is gonna work for this.
And see, and that train, that train of thought, and that train of thought right there is longevity. The fact that you're like, yo, I'm gonna stack this up, right? I'm gonna save these, and because again, there's other artists who don't have the patience, don't have the discipline. They're egotistical. They're like, I'm gonna record it myself. Well, it's gonna get heard by maybe 100 people, and that's it. As opposed to, let me wait 5-10 years until I'm in position, right?
Believe me, there's a couple I want to use just for myself.
No, exactly.
Because I'm like, that belongs to that artist.
No. And it's like I could wait 5-10 years, right? And it's like, yo, I have a song, perfect song for Beyonce, and then guess what? Life in the universe, if that's what you're supposed to do, go and line it up so where you gonna give that song to Beyonce. You see what I'm saying? You're going. It's like I know I'm gonna get signed because the universe has lined it up perfectly for me. I have leverage. I have network. I have a lot of things going. So it's like this. If I fail, it's because I chose to fail. If I don't get signed, it's because I'm not doing enough hard work. I'm not really. It's like some people say they want something, but then they get intimidated by it. They be like, "Fuck, like, do I really want this? My whole life's gonna change." It's like, nah, bro. Like, I really want this. The only thing that'll change once I'm signed is the amount of money in my bank account. That's it. Other than that, I'm still gonna come and go ham. I mean, provided the label, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you can't do local.
We'll just do the non-airing versions of our interviews.
But no, it's like, and that's because it's like this. We are rising together. It's like this. You can be the next Breakfast Club. You can be, but that's the thing. Artists don't see value in things that they can't fathom yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. I could be the next Drake. I could be the next Jay-Z. I could be the next Kanye. I could be whatever I want to be, right? Because you know what I'm saying? You're entitled to be whatever you want to be in this life, right? But some people don't have the foresight to see that. You know what I'm saying? So they disregard. They're like, oh, man, he ain't shit right now. A year later, oh my goodness, he's the biggest artist in the world.
I mean, they say it takes 10 years to become an overnight celebrity.
No.
It takes 10 years to become an overnight celebrity.
But with society and social media today, people be like, I beg to differ. You know what I'm saying? Social blow up, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and it's like this.
How long did it take Cardi B to be where she's at?
Yeah.
It wasn't overnight, as much as people want to say.
Exactly.
I mean, she was social famous in the strip clubs.
Yeah.
Then she was reality show famous. Did a few seasons of that. Then she did a couple of mixtapes.
Yeah.
You know,
Two
did
mixtapes. And
all of that. So she was doing stuff.
But then, like I
for
said,
5 years to become that overnight.
Those people though who don't see that. They don't see, for example, like for every Cardi B and for every traditional artist who it takes years to get on, you have your Tekashi 6ix9ine who did it in a year. You have your Little Pumps who did it in 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
But it's easy come, easy go. You see
exactly,
the longevity.
Exactly.
There
See,
is
that's the thing though too. So then you have some people be like, "Yo, bro, I don't care. I'm just trying to get these bags." And again, so it's like, "All right, cool, man. Like if that's what you're trying to do." But what that does, it how you say it dilutes the concept of what success is to some of these people. Some people say like, okay, cool, like he making money, so he's successful. He better than this person who's not making money, but this person raps better, and this person is well versed and well crafted than this person. So there's this, you know what I'm saying? There's this big divide between what do you consider success. So, and again, it's different for everybody. It's completely different for everybody. But what it really boils down to is what is championed throughout the culture. You know what I'm saying? Do we celebrate the Little Pumps? No, I mean, we don't. I'm just asking that question. But do we celebrate the Little Pumps and the Kanye's? No, yeah. Or do we celebrate the Coles and the Kendricks? And we celebrate the Coles and the Kendricks. You see what I'm saying? And the Drakes. So you see that there's a difference in output. There's a difference in thoughts. There's a difference in the meticulous planning with the Kendricks, the Coles, the Drakes. And you see the recklessness of the Tekashis. You see the recklessness of the Bobby Smurders. You see the recklessness of you know what I'm saying? You don't have to, I don't have to keep naming names, but you can say acts that are affiliated or sound like Tekashi and all these other people. You can see them a mile away and be like, they gonna have, if not minor success, they gonna be fucking a year, maybe a couple months, and then they gonna go on to the next shit.
Bubblegum rappers, chew them up, spit them out.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because you lose your flavor. You know what I'm saying? You lose your flavor. It's like this. You know what I'm saying? You microwave. You a dollar menu rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's like we can get you any day of the week. But fucking Kendrick and J. Cole, they fucking 5-store, you know what I'm saying? 5-store courses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people don't understand. Like what are you aiming for? You aiming for the dollar? Some people be like, yeah, I'm a dollar menu rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'll fucking turn them all out. You know what I'm saying? Get the bag. Cool. But how long does that last? You know what I'm saying? You can get the bag and stack up, right? But prices keep inflating, bills keep coming. So what you really thinking about is some rappers, believe it or not, there's some rappers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't even believe it. It's true. You see it all the time. Based on success. Some rappers go back to regular 9-to-5s. Like I know, I'm not gonna throw anybody on the bus, but there's a famous R&B group, right? Where you already know, like one of the lead singers is still semi-famous today, right? My homeboy knows the other acts, and they working regular 9-to-5s, and they toured the world. They made millions. Now they broke. Only one of them still maintains some sort of relevance. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's just it's a trip, but it showcases either homeboy wasn't smart with his money, or people they have ridiculous, you know what I'm saying, contracts where they didn't get paid properly.
Mm-hmm.
Or again, what it boils down to is this: it's just lifestyle. Like you didn't plan to be here this long. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
there wasn't longevity.
You know
It was
what I'm saying?
planned for.
So it's like you've got the bag.
Athletes do the same
Yeah.
thing though too. They get signed and they don't think
Yeah.
about what if you roll your ankle or
Yeah.
bust your knee or
Exactly.
now you don't have a career because you dropped out of college to go
Exactly.
work for to go get
Yeah.
signed, and then now you've
Don't
done
get me wrong,
3
it's
years.
Yeah, no, it's admirable. It's like, oh shit, like yo, you followed your passion. This is what you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And nobody thinks like, yo, the worst of everything. Like, yo, man, wish you the best success, right?
Yeah, nobody wishes.
But, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, be real.
You have to be realistic
real.
in it. Like,
You know what I'm
what's your fallback? What's your
Exactly.
backup?
You know what I'm saying? It's like this. It's like this. Like I know my backup is like, okay, I'll be working bullshit 9 to 5 jobs, whatever like that, to get back to where I need to fucking be at. You know what I'm saying? That's the backup. But it's like this. That's a backup, but it's not the fucking like that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
The plan B to get back to the
Yeah,
plan A.
Exactly. It's just like, all right, cool. This is some temporary shit just for this. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about patience because you can be like, oh fuck, man, like yo, ain't gonna working out, man. Yo, I'm done. Peace, right? But it's like then you didn't really want this shit. You have to go. It's like this. Going back to a 9 to 5 or doing whatever you gotta do to get money, right? It breeds the fucking I want to succeed so bad more. You know what I'm saying? Because if you going back to 9 to 5, right? You have all this freedom and you going back to a job or you know what I'm saying? Your plan A is being stagnant, so you got to go with plan B. If plan B doesn't inspire you to fucking work harder than plan A, you never want to fucking plan A. You know what I'm saying?
Your plan B will become your plan A.
Exactly. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this. It doesn't matter where you put me. I'm still gonna do music. I'm still gonna network. I'm gonna figure this shit out. I mean, I have a good idea already, but no matter what, I'm still gonna build. Like until I am Drake, until I am Kendrick, until I am the biggest artist in the city, in the world, I'm not gonna stop yet. You know what I'm saying?
Can we ever expect a solo project from Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Always.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Always.
I got big plans.
Yeah.
You got big plans? Okay.
You know, I wouldn't say big plans, but yeah, I got big plans.
So it sounds like 2019 is going to be a big year
it
for
is.
2 Birds, 1 Stone.
It's the void.
It's one step at a
No,
time.
like I said, it's the void. It's literally the void because you think about it. All the dope artists just dropped this year.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs to drop next year? You see what I'm saying?
2 Birds, 1 Stone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want a live band.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Have you? We had on. Was it last Friday? We had Parker Meridian. They're a hip hop band. So you have an MC, and then you have percussions. So the drums of all
like
sorts.
the Roots, right?
Yeah, and then they have a bass, either a floor bass, doon, or the bass guitar, and then they have a cello. A cello that replaces like a guitar or certain other elements. But yeah, it's a hip hop band.
And no, you know what's crazy about that is the marketing that goes into that. They are now allowed into, because they're a hip hop band, they're now allowed into other venues that an act like me and Ralph can't get into. You see what I'm saying?
And that's what they were actually talking about, is that they have been doing a lot more shows, right? But that they've done shows that they never thought that they would, because they're getting in under the guise of a band and been like the only hip hop group in the whole booking because
it's like with the orchestra and everything.
they
like
got
that.
in under a
They can do,
band
like,
instead of under hip hop.
The civic, you know what I'm saying? They can do the civic theater. You know what I'm saying? They can do these venues where it's like, for example, like
and they can get under we're jazz or we're classical because the cello or we're
who's performing there at the end of the year? John Legend's performing there.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? You've never seen any other R&B acts like John Legend over there. You see what I'm saying? You've never seen, like, it's like, so there's only select few talents that can perform at those type of venues. And that group that you mentioned can perform at that type of venue because they have the music to do it. You know what I'm saying?
If you guys were to Parker Meridian, you can go and check. They were on our last show. You can see they did a 10-minute set. We brought the band in and they set up right here and they did a 10-minute set. And he does samples. And we got the album, the Parker Meridian EP. It's a great album, but check it out because that was a topic that we talked about, is that they've had more exposure than your typical hip-hop group because they are a band and because they'll be punk, they'll be rock, they'll be classic, they'll be jazz, they'll be hip-hop. And I told them that as someone who does events for hip hop artists, because we do our Ham Fam Jams, you do, when you're creating these events, you have to get insurance, insure these events, and when you identify the events, depending on the type of event, it depends on how much you're going to pay for insurance. And when you're doing, let's say if I were to insure a concert, it would cost, let's say it'll cost $200 for me to insure a classic, let's say a classic rock concert. Now, if I were to put in that I'm doing a hip hop concert, they either would have like $500-$600 to do the insurance, or they won't insure me at all, or they'll insure me, but I have to have security and I have to have metal detectors.
And it's based off of the liability. It's like
I could do reggae, and it's not the same, but hip hop it is, which was interesting.
Based off the liability, it's just like this. It's like
because the idea of the demographic of a rap, a hip hop is different than
like booking John Legend, right? It's like you don't have to worry about the same crowd that a Tekashi 6ix9ine would bring out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. He's a liability. There might be a gun, you know what I'm saying, shooting.
Craziness going on with Tekashi.
Yeah, as opposed to like people just sipping wine and listening to John Legend.
Right.
So again, it just depends on the artist. So when you have a band element, you remove, like, you know what I'm saying, you already remove, like, oh, they got
how many people pop up? How many gangsters
exactly.
bands?
It's like, so you already remove the perception, like, yo, these ignorance, like you know what I'm saying, it just sucks because it's like, when you go to a lot of shows, right? You know what I'm saying? We all went to the Tech Nine concert. Well, not you, right? But we all went to the Tech Nine concert, right?
Tech
Nine! He's one of the greatest live performers I've ever seen, right? Because he uses his entire stage. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, that is amazing, right? So then
when he did his visuals and he had him in like two different outfits and he was his own backup.
And then he comes out, you know what I'm saying?
In the outfits.
And so that's an amazing show, right? So then here's what's fucked up. Like again, I love Kendrick Lamar, right? Literally, Tech Nine performed on that it was the Friday or the Saturday, right? Friday, right? Yeah, it was Friday, right? And then Kendrick comes on Sunday.
For the TDE concert.
Championship concert. I went to both, right? I'm a big fan of both. But Tech Nine blew Kendrick's performance out the water. Why? Because Kendrick just consisted of pyrotechnics. That was it. There was no meaning behind his movements. He was just rapping, doing his E Honda hands and everything like that, and that's it. I'm like, okay, cool. Where's the rest of the stimulation of the stage? You had a theme.
Where's your production?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You had a theme. And then again, like, no diss to Kendrick Lamar team. Like, hey, shout out to TDE. Hey, man, you want to sign me? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, but it's like, so when you see this Tech Nine concert with a smaller venue, but he used everything, and you see a Kendrick concert, bigger venue, and he's just rapping in front of a race car with fire.
Well, there's a difference. There's Kendrick Lamar, who operates with TDE and Interscope, right?
Of course.
And they have a certain way that they're going to do things and replicate it on a mass. They're looking for the sensationalism. We want fire, right? Because we can do that. You're not going to have fire in House of Blues. You're going to catch fucking House of Blues on fire.
Exactly.
But he doesn't. He's under strange music.
But the resources, and that's what I'm trying to say. So it's like Kendrick has major label funding and the resources to put on a bigger show and better show than Tech Nine, but he didn't.
He didn't.
And that's the thing. And I've been to every Kendrick concert in San Diego. So the only thing that changed was people know him more. It's a bigger crowd, and there was fire. Literally, when he performed at Soma, doing the same thing. Like he never changed the state. Tech Nine though.
Tech Nine
has a different show.
He's an entertainer.
And don't get me wrong.
The fact he paints his face is entertaining.
Like the fact that, you know what I'm saying, it's like this. Again, you saw our show when we performed. Like literally, I was so inspired by Tech Nine's performance. We put choreography to our songs too. Yeah. Like he has choreography doing his KC, what, like all that shit. I'm like, yo, like this shit is ill. You're like, you know what I'm saying, and you learn that though, because KRS-One did the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
They bring you into your environment. You went to the KRS One at North Park. He's been here a number of times.
I didn't go to that one, but it's like KRS One is the same thing where he'll come out in layers, and little by little he's undressing his clothes. You know what I'm saying? Taking off his jacket, right? Then he's taking off the shirt. Then he's taking off the hat. So now you're seeing him in motion doing certain things. You see what I'm saying? So now you're growing with him. you're like, damn, he's fucking hot. You know, so why is he wearing this jacket? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he wearing this hat? And it's showcasing the movement of time through body language, where he's like, all right, cool, let me move this side, and we don't understand what's happening, but you're watching like, fuck. It's like one of my favorite shows was Common at Observatory. You know what I'm saying? And like you went to that one, Common at Observatory. And it's like for him, he had the light band and everything like that, but for him, it was all about lighting. You see what I'm saying? Like he had different lights to do different moves. He had different props though too. Like, you know, when he did the love song and everything like that, he had the table, he had the lady, like. So there's different gimmicks and things to make the show entertaining. But when every Kendrick concert I've been to, he just rapping with the mic, and again, Solo he didn't have the budget, right? At Del Mar, he somehow had the budget. You know what I'm saying? But he was just rapping with the mic. This one, he got fire behind him. That's it. And I get it.
It's got to be the artist.
Yeah.
You know, he might be more of, I don't need the spectacle. You know, what I came is to deliver a message, and I want you to listen to the message and not be distracted.
Also, at the same time, though, too, what it can be, though, too, is, hey, I'm going to just save as much money as I possibly can. And you know what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm not judging him. I don't know his finances. I'm not pocket watching, nothing like that. But some people do that, though. They're like, you know what? I'm getting paid $500,000 shit. If I can just pay fucking $5,000 to do this, you know what I'm saying, venue and have this equipment here, I'd do that. You know
but that was a big bill, though, too. It wasn't just Kendrick. It was TDE. It was like Janae Aiko. It was...
You know what I'm saying?
Who it was
it was Sir, it was
Kendrick,
Matt Skywalker, it was J-Rock, Absol, Schoolboy Q, SZA, and Kendrick Lamar. So,
so it was a whole crew, and he's got to split his check. Your ticket, your $50 ticket is split 7 ways, you know, so maybe that was it. Maybe he didn't want to do all that.
And then that's even broken down based off the crew, this, that, and so on and so forth. So
and then Tech Nine was a sold-out show at House of Blues. You know all ages, so it's like, it's different.
No, and so exactly. So it's like, and it's different venues. It's like House of Blues holds 900 people, and then fucking Amphitheater holds 20,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're like, fuck. You know what I'm saying?
So how are you guys going to present yourself now as an act? Because you go to a number of concerts, and you absorb it.
Like, I'm studying. Like when I go to a concert, like I'm there as a fan, yes, but I'm also there as quote unquote competition.
Studying their presentation.
You know I'm saying I'm there as competition. I'm like, and not competition to them. I mean, eventually
competition in the game, the realm.
So I'm like, yo, like this is what I'm like, fuck, like because again, for me, my concert experiences have altered. Like Tech Nine, number one. You know what I'm saying? Before Tech Nine, though, I had J. Cole as number one. The Forest Hills Drive Tour. I had that as number one. You know
Really?
Because his entire, and it's like this. So my list went.
See a Damian Marley concert to change your whole.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen a Damian Marley concert?
No, I haven't been there. I haven't been there in person. I've seen YouTube footage. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you go to church. You just there like.
But so like in person, so I had it cold, right? And it's crazy because. It went Lupe first, right? I was like, because Lupe's live show.
Lupe did a great one. I saw.
Right? Like, because I don't know if you went to the one we went when he did. House of Blues. You know, he did but he's been there multiple times. But he did. The name of the album was.
The Black Album.
Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't Lasers. It was not Lasers. It was the album after that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bitch Bad.
Yeah, that was the Blackout album. It was like the no-labeled album, right?
but it was called Food and Liquor 2. That was what it was called. It was called Food and Liquor 2, the Great American Rap album. Like,
okay,
So he was there. He had a Tech Nine type of setup. He had visuals behind it. Everything had a, you know what I'm saying? When that song, he had the visuals as a kid and like everything. I was like, oh shit, like this is amazing, right? So he was number one. And then Cole comes out with complete set design and everything. I'm like, oh, and the visuals. I'm like, yo, this is number one now. And then Tech Nine, oh my goodness. And then like before that, I had Childish Gambino up there because Gambino had a bunch of things. And then Chance the Rapper had puppets. And it was like I kept going to different shows, and then Common had this, that. I'm like, damn, like, but these are seasoned artists with resources and funding to do these shows. So, and it's the difference between, performing at like fucking the basement versus performing at House of Blues. Different setup. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Again, like there's just different venues and different setups. But if you have like I don't know, it's been a while, but I think they have like the big screen over there or whatever like that in the basement still, or I don't know if the that club. I don't even go downtown like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? But It's like there's a bunch of clubs downtown where artists would come to, but they don't even do shows like that. And I get it, it's a club performance, so it's not your actual tour, but still, some artists, though, they'll go in there and they'll fucking kill it, and they bring
They just
the
do an
crowd.
appearance
You know what I'm saying?
versus doing a show.
And some of them actually do shows, though.
Mhm.
Like, they'll show up and they'll fucking give you the best 6 songs in life with props. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm trying to remember. Miguel came down here. He came down here a couple times. And he sung at this one, this was low key. He sung at this one club, low key. And he, you know what I'm saying? He had his outfit and everything like that. It wasn't even promoted. He just showed up and did it. And he's put on an amazing fucking performance.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Just by showing up on some low key shit. You see what I'm saying?
So what goes into a 2 Birds, 1 Stone performance? So given the budget and the resources that you have now, and you are being booked for a show wherever it may be here in San Diego or wherever.
Yeah, choreography, visuals, and like just
So when you show up, what is it? Do you guys? I know you guys have shirts. Do you guys make sure you're wearing the same shirt? You said you've now orchestrated a choreography.
We do rehearsal.
Now,
we
lights.
you know
Do
what I'm
you
saying?
put your own lights down? Do you create the ambiance?
We're not that cool.
I mean, no. But it's like we have
definitely
visuals. No, we have choreography. We have visuals and stuff like that's like this. Like at the venue we were at, the Coach Connect one and everything like that. The computer system wasn't the best, so my idea got scrapped. Because you know what I'm saying? I was gonna put together visuals to support what was going on, but the lighting, it just wasn't the best venue for my ideas. Sometimes my ideas exceeds my resources or venues, so it's like, but given the proper resources and funding, we'll fucking do a Tech 9 concert, you know what I'm saying? But like right now, we can only pull a fucking rapping on the mic with choreography. And maybe a couple of lights. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's the reality.
We're all about some show.
And that's the reality. That's the reality, though. And like that's the thing. That's what sucks because we are hindered by circumstances.
Aren't we all?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. We are hindered by and let me get to that though. But then on the flip side, you have people who have the resources, this, that, and so forth, and they still complain because they don't have the creativity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have the vision, you have the material, you have the material, you don't have the vision.
So it's like this. Like we have it all, but we just don't have the funding or the resources now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what we did. It's like this. It takes time. It's like this. The money I have and this, that, and so forth, like I invest in music versus investing in my house and living this, that, and so forth. It's like I have to prioritize. So it's like, okay, cool. I already invested. I'm not gonna I invested a ridiculous amount. Like I invested in music alone, but some people make it a year. You know what I'm saying? Some people make it a year in music alone. How many other artists can say they did that? You see what I'm saying? Some of them can.
And are working on getting the return
You know what I'm saying?
on their investment.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
not
why
just buying it and wanting it.
No. And see, that's the thing. So it's like this. I need the deal. I need to see a return because I'd feel fucking completely stupid. I invested all this money, and I'm just like, all right, cool, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was.
Soma, I'm straight.
Yeah, it's like I'm good. Like yo, I did it. Like yo, I just got. You know what I'm saying? People will come up with a million excuses. I'm like, no, I'm not happy until I can get that deal.
Right.
I'm not happy until I'm fucking up there. I'm not happy until you know my name. I'm not happy until you know what I'm saying. I'm doing this show. I'm doing this thing. So it's like this. I have personal goals. I have things that excite me to live and move forward and do these things, and I'm gonna do them, provided that the opportunity is there. Because it's like this. I can't just walk into a label and say like, "Yo, sign me right now." No, I have to be strategic. I have to talk to this person, reach out. So again, it's like this. When people say that, you know what I'm saying, you take your life and you know what I'm saying, you control your own destiny to an extent, but you have to be provided the opportunity to succeed. You know what I'm saying? It's like if the person who created this mic didn't create a mic, we wouldn't even be talking right now and have a show. The person who didn't create the camera, you know what I'm saying? Like everything needed somebody else. You're giving tools now that were created to provide you opportunities. My tools is knowledge passed down from generation to generation. This, that on YouTube, this, that from this article, this, that. These are my tools, and you know what I'm saying? I have to use myself to, you know what I'm saying, take the knowledge and navigate through the industry and somehow, some way benefit this person, but also benefit myself. I don't like to be like, okay, cool, what can I get out of this? But at the same time, that's the business. We have to think about, okay, I know this person. What is he going to do for me, and how relevant are they for my life and my career, this, that, and my trajectory? And that's it. Like, literally, we were in this industry to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like a contradiction to what I said earlier about the gatekeepers, about people having my number, this and so forth. But that's what we consider networking. We consider, like, I'm going to know you for the right time. I don't know when that time is, but I'm going to know you. So, again, it's like some people, when they're networking, though, they keep in contact. There's more to networking than just hitting me up when some shit's happening. Sending gifts. Following me up. Wishing happy birthday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having an actual rapport and a relationship with somebody as opposed to keeping it strictly just music. Like, all right, cool, I'm going to show up to your shows. That is one form of networking, but it goes deeper. And establishing the bond goes deeper. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people have different, like, they write books based off of what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? How to win friends and influence people. How to do this. How to, dummies for this. Marketing for this. Networking for this. Like, they have books based off of what I'm saying. But guess what? I've learned these, through reading books, but experiences. Watching people. It's like, who wrote those books? People.
People who had those experiences.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's like people, they think this industry is some mythical matter. There's people who got families and jobs working in these buildings. So it's all about how you talk and how you conduct yourself. Like, people think it's like to get a deal is about winning the lottery. No, it's about betting your chances by talking to this person, that person, this person, this person. You know what I'm saying? It's reality. It's like you can win the lotto tonight. Like, I can win the lotto tonight. You know what I'm saying? I could this that. The numbers are all there. It's just about how do I sequence it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on to Go Ham Radio because that's what we're here. We're here to give opportunity, hope, and mentorship. We're here to give the opportunity for you guys to speak your truths, to have the microphone, to be able to let the people know where you're coming from, where you're going, your methodologies, and how you're doing your craft, and getting to know the real 2Birds1Stone, the real G-Lou, the real Wreck-It Ralph. So we appreciate you coming on, and definitely let us know when do you guys have? Do you have another show coming up, or is everything kind of on pause?
December 8th, we have a show. It's the
the
World Beat Center.
So the for you guys out there on December 8th, we've got the West Coast Radio and Hush Promotions is organizing another podcast expo here in San Diego. We had the first one on September 8th. It was a podcast Kush Expo that was at the Arts and Rec store off of Logan Avenue. This next one we've got coming up in December 8th. So exactly 3 months later, December 8th, it's going to be at the World Beat Center. It's a Saturday. It's going to be from noon until 5 p.m. Go Ham Radio is going to be there. We're going to be outside. We're going to have a stage set up. DJ Roscoe is going to be doing DJing. Mr. Mine and I, we're going to be doing interviews. We're going to have our step and repeat. We're going to have Dev there who does pictures. He's going to be doing pictures and stuff of everybody. So make sure you come by and say hi. But you guys are going to be performing. I know who else? Bad Luck Cortez is performing. Drew Hefe is performing. Don Elway is performing. Baby Slick, Mitchie Slick's son, is performing. A.D. Walker is performing. Biggie Babylon is performing. So there's a few performers out there. It's definitely going to be a great show.
Like I said, we can't wait to share the stages with all of them and just just put on a show for the audience.
Are you going to be doing songs from both albums or just
Beautiful Stories?
Just Beautiful Stories.
Like, pretty much
mix it up.
It's like okay. Ideally, it'd be almost similar to the same set we did at Culture Connect.
Okay.
With a blend of both, but we might just change the order, or I might add in a solo track here and there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, we have a lot of records, so it's just up to how we
choosing which one.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we know we have our favorite sip of one, but like, as it gets closer to the day, as we get closer, you know what I'm saying, to the rehearsals, we are, all right, cool, we want to do this. Because, you know what I'm saying, it's always good to have variety, and sometimes it's good to just switch it up, so.
Can we look forward to some new choreography and some dance moves? A little 1, 2?
Hey, maybe.
You know, a little.
We just gotta,
what we got?
I already ordered the matching jackets, so
Hey! The pink ladies.
I know, right?
It's going to be like Blades of Glory.
Oh, I'm ready. Make sure you guys come outside to the step and repeat, and we're going to get your pictures blazing in glory.
So that's one of the shows we have coming up, and then, like, you know, we're ending the year off, because obviously, like I said, like, having the collective go to shambles, having, you know what I'm saying, management, the different, you know what I'm saying, different professional, you know what I'm saying, outputs and management, it did, you know what I'm saying, delay and set us back to an extent, but it didn't really, though. It's like this. We still have the same goal. We still have the same material. Nothing changed except a couple of the faces and people. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't.
The mission is still the same.
So like nothing changed. It's just now it's like this. Instead of like okay, delegating responsibilities instead of so now it's like all right, cool. I got to be point guy. I got to do this. And it's just stepping up. It's like does it take away from being an artist? Yes, but if you already have your albums done, all that's left to do is focus on the business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
you're ahead of the game.
Yeah, exactly. So we're ahead of the game. So it's like and that's just what I'm doing. And then like on a solo tip, it's like believe it or not, I actually started my own podcast. So I do my own podcast. It's called
The Slippers.
Yeah. It's like with my boy
I saw it.
Austin Adams, AT Tex, right? It's called the House Slippers Podcast, and it's unique. And it's like it has a lot of room for sponsorship. It has a lot of room because again, it's like. It's a morning show, and we're going to release it every Monday. And it's like obviously it's low budget quality right now, and like we're still, but it's just the idea of like we needed to express ourselves and like have a dialogue because I'm a talker. Like right now, I didn't.
You're a talker?
Yeah, I didn't do a majority of the talking.
You would have never guessed.
Yeah, I'm a talker. So
3 hours later,
I'm okay with that.
I did majority of the talking. Right? I did majority of the talking. So it's like.
Oh yeah.
So it's like when you think about it, it's like I need another outlet. Like I have my raps, right? But half the stuff we talk about, I can't rap about. I mean, I can, but it sounds better through dialogue, through conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So like going back and forth, everything I said, I could put it in a rhyme. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't get across as having a dialogue though, because you have a reaction to it. He has a reaction to it, so it just makes a case for something. So sometimes you need this extra outlet, and that's what the House Slippers podcast is for me. And you know what I'm saying?
Lou needs 3 extra outlets. So people.
No, I do. Okay. No. Like the fact that he said it is because I do. Because like what people don't understand is like I am a genuine creative. Like I have scripts I wrote, like chilling. Like you don't understand. Like when I say like. I don't only just plan to do music. I want to do, you seen the EPK, video games, movies, Netflix, everything possible because I've created to that point. So when I sit here and I'm like, yo, I'm aiming for the top spot, like my only competition at this point when it comes to everything I want to do is going to be Jay-Z, Drake, Jay-Z, Drake, you know what I'm saying? Childish Gambino. Especially Childish Gambino because he's a triple threat. Not only is he an actor, not only is he a TV writer, but he's a recording artist. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that right there. If you're talking about getting to the bag, that guy has multiple revenues, income. You know what I'm saying? Like streams, like all these things.
This is America.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But so it's like this. Like yeah. No. So it's like this. Like that becomes the new standard. Like if you go onto my YouTube and everything like that, and you see everything I'm saying, I have this one motivation talking about being the hybrids becoming the new standards. That's what I am. But it's like this. You will never know that until I'm in position, though. Mm-hmm. Like these movie ideas and all these other things, I have no means or resources to get them out right now, and I wouldn't want to because
you just got them in your back pocket until they're ready.
And because right now, if I released it, they would be shitty movies. They'd be like, you know what I'm saying, horrible actors, like whoever I could get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's that one rare occasion you could fucking pull out El Marache or I think that was it with the one with all of Mexico and stuff like that.
El Mariachi.
Yeah, El Mariachi. Or, you could do like a Rocky Balboa, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know what I'm saying, a Rocky film, where it's like super low budget and it works. You know what I'm saying? It's like his movie and he's like, his only thing was, I have to be in it. You know what I'm saying?
A Blair Witch Project, right?
No, exactly. So it's like this. So I'm all about, like, it's like this. I can give you the next Avatar. Mm-hmm. I can give you the next Lord of the Rings. I can give you the next Avengers.
But it's not going to get the platform it deserves.
Same thing with the music.
Exposure.
I can give you these classic records. I can give you these things. It's like the music you heard is not even scratching the surface. It's just stuff we did. You know what I'm saying? When we did it and when we released it. Everything that's unreleased is still new to y'all.
Well, where can people find your music?
That's
out now. That's released.
Out of the Ordinary is what's out, and it's across all streaming platforms: Apple, Google, Amazon, like everything is Spotify. 2Birds1Stone, Out of the Ordinary. You'll see it. Google us. Like, congratulations and shout out to Google because finally they made me a knowledge panel. Like I'm saying, for the longest time, it's super hard to get those. Like get knowledge panels, get SEOs, get I'm saying like to optimize your name. So they finally have me. They finally have photos and stuff. Like now, I'm just trying to figure out how to get them to combine the two because my social media, like my Instagram has its own following, and then my actual G Lou name has its own following. I'm trying to get Google. I've been messaging them back and forth to combine it to. So it's like you see G_Lou90 under the G Lou search. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because you can search for both of them, but you see more under G_Lou90 because that's more I'm active. So I need more. Anybody who's watching this, if you are a journalist, if you have another radio show, whatever like that, please bring me on so I can have more material out there so Google can fucking categorize me and make my shit look like the the Drakes and
G Lou with dash versus G Lou underscore, what you're doing socially.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I need them to combine the two. Therefore, when you Google me,
They
it's
both
good.
come up,
You know what I'm
both
saying? So it's
derivatives.
I think it's dope that they finally did it, but again, it's based off the algorithms and it's based off of the more material you have out there. So the fact that like a lot of my stuff is popping based off my social media and not my actual stage name, it kind of fucks with my stage name. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
how can you get publicity from your stage name if people only know you from your
Social
underscore?
media,
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm just trying to like combine the two, and I've been reaching out to them. And it's like, there's little progress, but it's fucking Google. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, it's
like,
gonna take a while.
So I'm an ant. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the hell? Now let me go get signed tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Let me
And
go
then they're
get
like,
signed.
let me work on that
You know what I'm
for you
saying?
right away.
They're 2 clicks away. It's like, shit. It's like, bro, you could have done that for me again. It's based off of
priority.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I get it. It's like, I'm not Drake. So I'm saying, not yet. Yeah.
But where can people follow you before we wrap up this interview so that they can follow everything that you've got going on, when you're going to release? If you get signed, they can be one of the first to know that you got signed.
Yeah, no, so like when we get signed and everything like that, we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, like you're gonna see it on G_Lou90, you're gonna see it on 2Birds1Stone official. So it's like
It's 2Birds1Stone official music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, my phone's dead, but my phone's dead, but it's like it's official music. It sucks. Okay, so here's what sucks, right? I just have to get this out. Some of these websites, they restrict handle names. They restrict. It's like this. Like I could do G-LOU on Twitter. I can't do that on Instagram.
You have to do the underscore.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
It's like Rap Genius. I can do G_Lou on Rap Genius. I can't do G-Lou. But they made an exception for G-Easy. They made an exception for G-Unit. But if I'm creating it myself, I have to use an underscore. So my stage name... No, exactly. So my stage name and my handle names are fucked up everywhere. Same thing with like 2Birds1Stone. So it's like it's either going to be 2Birds1Stone official or 2Birds1Stone official music. And you know what I'm saying? There's just different ways. But it's like if you follow G_Lou90, it's connected to everything. Because I am one half 2Birds1Stone. It says it in my bio. So
Everything's connected.
So yeah, so it's like literally what I end up posting on my page, if it's 2Birds1Stone related, is gonna go to 2Birds1Stone. So, you know.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming here, blessing our studio with another pop-up show where you guys just pop up on us, tell us what you got going on in your lives and how we can be of service to you, because that's what we are here at Go Ham, is to be of service to you guys. And
I still have 12 hours conversation. What are you talking about?
Right? We only just got started, right?
Yeah, another one. What are you talking about? Woo!
So we're definitely going to look forward to seeing you guys perform December 8th, and look forward to having you guys out there as well. You can get tickets on eventbrite.com. Just go and Google West Coast, or West Coast Radio podcast Kush Expo at World Beat Center.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be, again, December 8th from noon to 5 p.m. We're going to be there. Also, go check out our website. We're going to be uploading a video. I created a video for them that we did. We did an interview at the first podcast expo, so we're going to have all those interviews up on our website for you to check out. So make sure that you're subscribing to our page here on Facebook, that you're liking our Instagram page, Go Ham Radio, and that you're going on to GoHamRadio.com every day and you're listening to all your favorites, all the tops, locals and major artists 24/7, so you can hear 2Birds1Stone, support them, and then you can also hear all your favorites like Jay-Z, Beyonce, maybe even a Tekashi in there. Definitely some Cardi B, because, you know, I'm a fan of my girl, and all the other ones that we got out there. So definitely shout out to all of our San Diego artists, and if you are a San Diego artist or just an artist in general and you would like to get your music reviewed and played on Go Ham Radio, make sure you send us your name, a link to your music. Preferably, we would like MP3 copies of your music. Links we can go and review, but if you would like our DJ to have it in his collection, or if you would like us to upload it into our programming, we will need MP3 versions. So reach out to us at requests@gohamradio.com. We can start that network and that connection, and then we can help build the platform for you. So, again, I'm Miss Fancy Pants. We have 2Birds1Stone, Wreck-It Ralph, G-Lou in the building. Thank you to DJ Roscoe for playing all of their exclusive joints that they had.
Shout out DJ Roscoe.
Off of their latest album that they have. It's not released yet, but it is Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. And then we also played songs off of G-Lou's solo album, which is entitled
Everyday Sessions.
Everyday Obsession. Exceptions. Everyday exceptions. Everyday obsessions. Who knows what those will be, right? All right, well, I'm Miss Fancy Pants. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you share the link and the video with all your friends so they can be a part of the Go Ham fam as well. And then we'll be right back on your telephone and your computer screens on Friday. We have another episode of Behind the Grind with Mr. Mind. Plus, we've got another episode of Street Talk with the Swift Gang. We're going to have Teddy Benson on. So make sure you check us out. Same time, same place, every Friday, right here on our Facebook page, Go Ham Radio, starting at 6 o'clock for our webcasting live streams of all of our podcast shows. And if you miss us, no worries. You can always catch the replay, and then you can go on our website and catch everything. You hear me, man? Everything you could ever want to know about Go Ham Radio. All right. I'm Miss Fancy Pants. We're signing off. Would you guys like to give a shout-out to the audience? Anything?
Yo, what's up? This is G-Lou. This is Wreck-It Ralph with 2 Birds and 1 Stone. Thank you for tuning in. We want you to tune in Friday. We want you to tune in every week to Go Ham because they really hold it down. They really hold it down for the city. They're an amazing company, amazing people. I enjoy myself every time I come here. And again, it's lovely. You know what I'm saying? So again, follow them. Obviously, if you're watching this, you're following them. Follow us. If you're watching this, follow us. You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, just stay tuned because, you know what I'm saying, love us or hate us, we will entertain you. G-Lou, Wreck-It Ralph, 2 Birds and 1 Stone. We out. Go ham or go home.
All right. Wreck-It, I know you don't say much. Any shout-outs? No, I put him on the spot.
You're not going to tell your wife you love her? She watching?
Oh, yeah. I love her.
Oh, yeah. You better say something.
I love her.
She knows
Shout
that.
out to all my people.
Shout out to all the hoes, right?
Not even.
Right, shouts to Bubbles Kiki.
Tripping. All right, guys.
Your diamonds, I'll be there Friday.
Candy, we're going to see you later on. All right, folks. Thank you for chiming in with us. We'll be back again on Friday. I'm Miss Fancy Pants, 2 Birds, 1 Stone, Go Ham Radio. Peace.
Peace.
This has been a GoHamRadio.com exclusive.